All right, what is good, everyone? Is your Oh, I had my phone
Hey.
volume up there. Your buddy BPM and got Chef down here on the
I'm
tuber
back.
box.
Hello.
What is good, everyone? Taking over for Chris, who is who has fucked off to the rustic scenic woods of the Palisades Mall in Yonkers, in Nyack. Because
I was gonna tell Chris earlier. I'm like, y'all are like 10 minutes away from my apartment. If you want to stop by from where you
yeah,
are.
I could have ran down in an hour, but yeah. So I'm taking over today for Chris because normally Chris would be running Souls today, but Chris is celebrating their anniversary with Amanda by going up to the woods for a lovely hike, and then they came to the realization of something that frankly I've known for years, and that's hiking sucks dick. And particularly when like, and I believe one of them had an issue with their ankle, the other one had an issue with their back. And yeah, trying to hike when you're not at like 100% is so it's funny, I had a similar thing happen this summer when we all went to Provincetown. Myself, Trevor, a couple of our friends all went to Provincetown.
Right.
Where the week beforehand, I had actually gotten my apartment complex will get a very big dumpster, like a communal dumpster, which are normally like 500 a day to rent or something like that. They'll get them and usually keep them up for a day or so. Last year was the first time in forever that they got one and put it up for a period of like 1 week. And it was a week that I wasn't on vacation or occupied at work or had. So I went out and basically cleaned out my entire basement over the span of a week, like 3, 4, 5 hours a day of just literally moving shit, tossing out stuff like old exercise equipment that like an exercise bike that hasn't worked in 3 years, boxes after boxes, just basically collectively like dumping out a ton of shit in my house. And what I didn't realize until we actually got to Provincetown was that doing that over the span of a week definitely fucked up the small of my back. Oof. And like at that point, walking for longer than like 20 minutes would be a fucking task. So when they were like, "Hey, who's up for going on a 2.5 hour long hike through the sand?" I'm like,
no thanks.
I'm good. I will stay. I will stay here. I will chill. I will have an edible. I will space out for an hour, and I'll be good. And it was great. You know what? It didn't fuck my back up. It did the opposite. It made my back feel great.
Nice.
But yeah, so I hope y'all been having a good week. I know for me, I have been spending pretty much every free, well, I've been actually kind of reorganizing a ton of shit in my kitchen, I got rid of a bunch of, like, appliances that if I don't use it in the span of a month, I'll move it to the basement and take it up as I need. So, like, for example, so I'm actually on, I don't know if I've talked about this on stream or not, but, I have a hypoactive thyroid, and I've been on medication for it.
I don't think you've mentioned that before, no.
It's something I found out when, like, literally going to a doctor for the first time in, like, 5 years, which, if y'all are able to, if insurance isn't fucking you over, try and do that. It's, especially, my ass is gonna be 35 in October. I gotta start doing that shit. Like, I can only roll the dice for so long.
You and I are in the same boat.
So, but yeah, so I found out that I had basically a hypoactive thyroid. Nothing like life-threatening, nothing like that, but it's definitely like stuff that's helped me, the stuff that's worked against me in terms of, it actually gave me a lot of symptoms that were, I misattributed to diabetes, which I do not have. I thought for sure, okay, like, weight gain, I'm more tired during the day, I must have some form of diabetes. And no, it was just, I have a hypoactive thyroid, which is causing me to be tired more often, causing me to have issues of removing weight. So even though I've actually been under eating in terms of like daily calories, I still end up gaining weight from it. So I've been taking medication to try to combat that, reverse it. But one caveat to it is I can't eat in 30 minutes of taking it. So they tell you to take it early in the morning. But more painfully, I can't take any kind of multivitamin or coffee or antacid within a 2-hour period of taking this. So that's actually been the hardest thing, because like it's actually been good when it comes to getting rid of stuff, because it's like, okay, I have a Keurig, I can put that in the basement now. I have a bunch of like pour over stuff, I can put that in storage. And instead I've just been taking more decaf like tea. Like actually I have some of this now. It's from a brand I actually picked up at PAX East called D&T. This is a decaf Somerville, like a cranberry hibiscus blend fruit tea that gives you the benefit of a short rest. They are all D&D based teas.
Oh, that's clever. I like that.
So it's been very nice. But yeah, with basically not having... So I managed to take a bunch of my coffee stuff, move it to storage in the basement, and the only thing I actually keep up now is the electric kettle. But I finally picked myself up a proper air fryer.
Nice.
Instant Vortex air fryer. And for a while I've been using the air fryer lid from my Instant Pot that Trevor got me for my birthday a couple of years ago. Oh
Very
god,
cool, very cool.
Didn't that happen again? Didn't that happen to you before, Chris, where you ordered from a food place and it
Oh no.
canceled like an hour later or something like that? When you were in
New
New Orleans?
I think they also delivered to the wrong apartment at one point, which is like across the complex from where Chris is.
Nah, how do you fuck that up that badly? Come on,
That's
get your shit
dumb.
together. But I have been using the air fryer lid that Trevor got me for my birthday about 2-3 years ago, which was great. The problem is that the thing is bulky as hell, and it's good if you want to put a crust on a stew. But because it's a taller than wide pot, if you want to make wings, you have to stack them on top of one another, which usually means the ones at the bottom are going to get real flabby and...
Oh lordy. Okay, yeah.
In particular, I'm also trying to use this to do more stuff for meal prep, like kale chips, apple chips, popcorn chicken, fries, like stuff for snacks that I can batch fry. And the one I got is actually perfect for that. So that's pretty
really
much what
good.
I've been. That's what I have been doing. So yeah, I just basically completely re-cleaned up my entire kitchen today, as well as I've also been watching the World Race for FF14. I've been watching that going on. Normally, a new raid tier comes out. It's expected for them to beat it within a day or so. Usually about 2 to 3 days tops is going to be how long it'll take them to clear the new tier. A new ultimate, which is the hardest fights in the game. They're usually rematches with old encounters. So the one that came out now was a rematch with a lot of the final bosses from Heavensward.
Oh shit.
It is... They are on day 6 of 6 days of 18-hour prog. And most groups are probably about 80% done with the fight, if that.
Yeah, Tom was telling me this before he went live. Like, I think all the groups are sort of like gentleman's agreement. Hey, let's take a break every so and so hours, just so we're all on the same page.
It's
That's
nuts.
kind of wild.
A good friend of ours is in the group that won the last world race and won the last tier world race.
Nice.
It's actually funny. He messaged me before the race began and asked about a couple of the meal prep things I had done, because he wanted to try that for food for the race. So I gave him a couple of recipes. watching, they'll periodically tweet or like give progress saying like, hey, we made it to this part, we made it to this part. But after like about day 5 or 6, their tweets are getting a little more concerning. I believe the last tweet from my friend Brian, who is the tank in that group, was something like, I don't want to prog ultimate anymore. I just want to be a tiny snail chewing on leaves and resting happily. The fight itself has to do with time travel and basically going into an alternate future.
What the fuck?
And the joke that I made was, I think being subjected to time travel multiple times is causing them to slowly lose their brains.
That checks. That sounds like it. Yeah. And for comparison's sake, I was telling Tom again before we went live, the new raid for Destiny 2 dropped a few weeks ago, Vow of the Disciple. For comparison, we had a world first clear on that within the first 48 hours.
Yeah, even for WoW, it's usually like, it's a matter of DPS check or just whatnot. With 14, it's like doing a dance for 20 minutes perfectly. And if you fuck up one time, you're not going to do it.
That's yikes.
The funny part has been watching people, as it's been going on and on, you have the limit break. So if there are a lot of times where people are like, okay, we beat Thornton, but when Nidhogg comes down, you have to tank LB in order to survive the hit. Or, okay, no, wait, we can survive the hit, but it takes a lot of extra mitigation. But the Nidhogg DPS check is so tight that we have to use a damage LB, a damage limit break, in order to do enough damage to kill him. And then they realize, oh wait, no, there's a phase after that part of the fight that 100% necessitates the LB3 in order to do the DPS check. So now we have to get through that other phase without a DPS check, without the safety of a DPS check. And then they get to the end of that part, and they get sent back in time to the beginning of the fight, and then they realize, oh wait, we were supposed to take the limit break back with us when we loop around, and that's the only way to change the past. So now you have to do this entire, 8-minute long, really hard, super tough, three really hard DPS checks.
Oh no.
And heavy hitting attacks. Take the limit break back with you, and that's the only way you're going to progress on in the fight. So it's like watching people slowly realize, wait, can we get through this part without the melee limit break? Can we get through this part without a healer limit break? Can we get through this part without a DPS, without a tank limit break? And just watching them go through it over and over and over has just been it's been so fun.
Oh no.
But just watching them all through the time, just going through this, it's so fucking funny. But anyway,
excruciating.
we are happy to see the fight probably in about 2 years. Because man, if I ever do this is gonna be something like a 100-hour plus long. It's an inordinate amount of time. That's gonna be after people have made guides to help us out and get through it.
For sure, yeah. I offer without further clarification the authors of that ultimate are monsters. Oh lordy.
So the funniest thing is that it's actually Yoshi P's birthday.
Happy birthday, Yoshi P.
So we joke that the birthday gift that he gets is the suffering of his most prominent players.
I love it.
But in any case, how have you been doing, Chef? I know you got a busy
fine.
week this week.
Yeah, this week, oh man. I dropped my schedule on Twitter this week, and Tom was just like, are you sure about this? It's like the John Cena meme, are you sure about that?
Yeah,
but because it's a mix of, because I'm basically gonna be on camera between now and Thursday. But the good news is the only stressful game I've got on that list is gonna be on Tuesday when the Guardian Games event starts in Destiny 2. but I'm gonna take it easy. So my schedule this week is like I'm here now. I'm gonna learn Elden Ring from the master. We're going back for some post game content tomorrow and Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Ooh.
Destiny 2 Guardian Games drops on Tuesday, which is their annual, like, it's sort of like the Olympics in Destiny 2 because you have 3 classes. You have Titan, Warlock, and Hunter. And Guardians Games is just like, let's run an event for a few weeks and see how many points each class can rack up. And then, like, the winning class gets a trophy for the rest of the year. So that's kind of what's going on in Destiny 2 this week. Wednesday, I'm trying my hand at a just, you know, hang out and chat kind of stream, but I'm also gonna be recording Pokemon Smash or Pass for my YouTube channel, which is going to be either very fun or very cursed or both.
I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a Smash for everything. Including that big old pile of trash. I fucking see that Pokemon there. It's winking at me. It's giving me the look. I'm gonna give it the old doodaloo.
Gigamax, the Gigamax version of that Pokemon literally has a like an airplane and a cruise liner stuck in it, so it's big. It's the big Smash.
You're telling me it's part of the Mile High Club too.
Yeah, it is exactly.
Some people just want to fucking trash.
Oh boy, here we go. And then Thursday is just chill Minecraft because I haven't touched Minecraft in a while. As a matter of fact, I haven't played Minecraft in so long that my Mojang account was just like, hang on, you're logging in from a new location. I'm like, no, I'm not. What are you talking about?
Oh right, your move.
That's why I was just like,
Wow.
why are you saying I'm logging in from a new? Oh, has it been that long?
Shit.
Yeah.
As for us for this week,
I'm worried, and I'm worried because this new patch introduced what essentially is a new boss to Minecraft. He's called the Warden, and he can hit for almost all of your health bar in one punch. I'm very scared.
I keep getting weirded out that there are even bosses in Minecraft. I thought usually the boss in Minecraft was the day you turn 12, 13. But no, Minecraft stuff can be chill as fucking awesome. So I'm looking forward to all that. As for Tuesday, I am not sure if I'm going to be doing more 13 Sentinels, more Elden Ring, or a one-off. I have a couple of ideas for a one-off. But we've been talking now for about 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and pop this over.
Time to learn how to Elden Ring. Or how to Soulsbourne in general, actually.
I keep forgetting that this is like Shep's first time in any Soulsbourne game in general. So yeah.
For 100% transparency, I've watched a lot of streams. I've watched a lot of people play through Elden Ring. In specifically Miss Emily Astor, because her playthrough of Elden Ring is basic, in her own words, is fueled by spite.
So right now I am at the end of my original game. So
I was about to say that outfit looks very familiar. Yeah.
This game actually is the first time in a Soulsbourne game in fucking forever that you get the option to continue on in the world once you actually complete it, instead of just being forced into New Game Plus. So I tried to do a little bit of prep for a build I actually wanted to try out for my New Game Plus, and I found I had actually locked myself out of a couple of quest lines and a couple of necessary items. So double whip Castlevania build that I was expecting to go off, I will not be able to do this time around. So instead I'm going to continue on in what I'm currently using right now, which is my Moonlight Greatsword, my Guiding Light, Witch Caster build. So, no, I did not delete. So there are a couple. Normally in a Soulsbourne game, you never try and kill an NPC because you can usually get stuff from them later on. There are a couple of invaders and a couple of enemies who will disappear when you defeat their boss. And in my case, I defeated their boss before I knew that.
Oh, before you got to the invader.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got
Oof.
locked out of my second whip and the headpiece I need. So when we go into New Game Plus, I'm going to try and find them. So without further ado, I think I've done about as much as I can in my main quest here. So I'm going to go ahead and begin Journey 2.
It always impresses me how big the world of Elden Ring is.
I'm hoping that it brings the map back down to a tiny part and doesn't just show me the entire world right off the bat. Because yeah,
That's
this game
wild.
is perfect at conveying just the vastness of a world.
Because I've asked a lot of people, like as someone who's never played a single Soulsbourne game before, is Elden Ring a good place to start? And the unanimous answer has been yes. Start with Elden Ring.
I
Like
talked about this.
legitimately unanimous answer.
I talked about this so much during the course of PAX East, but yeah, I think if I had seen the actual full size of the map when I started this game, I don't think I would have kept going. They do a really great job of expanding the world around you. Breath of the Wild does a fantastic job of that too, by opening up more of the map. And there are times where I thought I had everything unlocked here, and nope, there are so much I did not get. Also, I know.
Oh, sorry.
I also know that I was wearing this during Shorts and Jorts. I have since washed it, but I got my Ranny shirt. I gotta rep my eternal consort.
I need to point out, of all the people I've watched play Elden Ring, 90% of them went for the Rani ending first, or to quote Emily, the wife ending.
It's because a lot of her, you get the best weapon. She has a lot of the best NPCs. It's FromSoft at their best.
A war from which no lord arose.
Yeah, I mentioned very briefly earlier because I watched Emily's run essentially from the beginning. She called it her spite run because she knew for a fact that everyone would be mad at her for using magic. So she hasn't leveled up Vigor once.
I'm about to say, wasn't she like at Vigor level 9 the entire time?
This entire time she's been at 9 Vigor and just blowing people up with insane spells. She turns into a moon and yeets it at somebody. I just thought that's amazing.
Oh, I have that spell. I love that moon.
Horaloo, chieftain of the Badlands.
So these are all the motherfuckers we gotta kill or help.
Brilliant.
Yep. I was about to say, I recognize many of these names.
Fear, the deathbed companion.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Loathsome Dung Eater.
There he is. The one that's been memed to death. The loathsome Dung Eater.
I love that they gave him Solaire's like crest on his armor. Like, wow, what a fuck you. I will say the one NPC I did kill without remorse was Dung Eater.
Oh boy. I feel like everybody I've watched at least has killed Dung Eater.
Yeah.
Chugs, you might know him on TV as AEW's Adam Cole. He streams once in a while. He has fallen in love with Elden Ring, and he was just like, why is this dude named Dung Eater? And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, alright, I'm killing him.
Dung Eater has an ending.
Ooh, really?
And
interesting.
So, because normally I would go for a Rani ending again, but because I got that already, and part of me kind of wants to go for Platinum at some point, I am gonna go for one of the other routes, which depending on how far we get, I may have chat vote on, I may have our audience vote on.
Cool.
But, yeah, Dung Eater is one of the people who can be granted the ending at the end. So let me
That's
see
wild.
how much stuff actually. Okay, so all my weaponry actually does carry over. All my equipment. Probably
Wow.
only a couple of items don't actually carry over.
I have to say, a
And
lot more carries over in the New Game Plus than I thought.
oh, unfortunately, the entire map is. I can't access any of it, but we start out. This area right here is. I really hope they limit how far we can travel. Otherwise, that's going to be very disappointing. But I'm going to play this as if it's a New Game Plus. So we have first maiden we find in the game dead.
Rip. Brainbusters like begin the age of Dung.
If we get enough people begging for a shitpost ending, we can
A
go for a
literal
shitpost
ending.
ending.
Oh my lord.
So this is like one of the first time in the game where this is not the tutorial. There are almost no enemies that you can fight at this part of the game.
Interesting, interesting. What I really like is the diversity of combat styles in Elden Ring. You can do magic, you can do melee, sword, shield, great weapon. The double whip thing you were talking about earlier, Tom, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, that was something I just found out about.
I remember seeing somebody running around. They were running around with what's like a twin blade sword. Oh, there's the moon. Get mooned, nerd.
So normally you are supposed to die. That is that asshole will one-shot you. It is possible to kill him, but it is extraordinarily fucking hard to. This time around, however, this is supposed to be you coming to the realization that you are much more fucking powerful than you were before. You can come back later on in the game and fight him again.
Right.
But it's not for a while. So we take that L, and you wake up here.
It's one of those you're actually supposed to die here bosses. Got
You
it.
are always they're from the only subversion of that is the Asylum Demon in Dark Souls, who will probably kill you, but then you can get the jump on, get the plunge on, and take them down.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've also noticed, like, what was it? Because I've watched Let's Plays of Bloodborne. Like, there's something equivalent to like the visceral on that game, which is nice.
So that's actually the build I'm going for right now, which is centered around the Moonlight Greatsword.
Yeah. Hi, Torrent.
Torrent, my favorite horse in any game.
Torrent's a good boy. Magical horse goat thing that can double jump.
Yeah, I love that he's not just like another opponent. They literally made him a very unique.
Yeah. I was like, hold on, is that horse double jumping? Hold on, does that
Yes,
horse
it
have
is.
horns? What's going on here?
So they made respecking in this game very easy. You have to kill a boss to get the ability to respec, but once you get there, you can respec at any point during the game. So if you find a weapon that's like, damn, like I started the game off centering heavy around the blood sword, the heavy curved great
Yes.
sword that inflicts a lot
Yep.
of blood loss. And
I know a couple of people who are running that weapon, yeah.
I ran that for a while and it's good, but then once I actually unlocked the greatsword, I'm like, I want to do this, but it scales your damage from intelligence rather than strength. So I was able to just go in and quickly spec out. I have the ability to like spec again like 10 more times. So
Nice.
it is
So
it
you
is
have
very
to, you have to
easy
kill a
spec.
boss in order to respec? Wow.
Yeah. Okay, I do have my trusty lantern as well.
Cool.
So,
Rainbow says, starting with a strength character, he killed me in 2 shots, and they weren't special attacks either.
oh yeah, that thing will stomp your nuts in. It got me in 1 hit, and I was playing a vagabond. So they had to add this in because they had to add in this little thing about jump down the hole ahead and do the tutorial, because otherwise the only thing that you would get is this one person saying take the plunge, but jumping down a hole will kill you. So you just had people who ran past the tutorial and just went right into the world. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because the hardest... Listen, I know a lot of people say Millennia is the hardest boss in the game,
Right.
but that's a lie. The hardest boss is actually really early on. It's like the Bell Gargoyles times 100. And it's actually... They're hiding in here.
Sights of Grace, a.k.a. Bonfire. Yep.
Bonfire, lanterns, everything. Okay, so the good part is all of my Sights of Grace are not locked, are not in. So even though
so you
I
need
can
to refine them. Interesting.
Yeah. So but to give an idea of the spacing of how this game locks you in, when you start off, you can't see anything past here, and you can't see anything past here. And this
So
world,
it's literally like the Great Plateau in Breath of the Wild.
Yep. And inside here and the South Peninsula, there's enough to do 24 hours worth of content in there easy.
Oh,
So
Lord.
people can, like, there are all these tunnels and caves and catacombs and whatnot. So the first real tough boss in the game, where they tell you to go, is over here towards Stormvale Castle. Very close to where you actually start off. But if you want to go and explore the world, also, what's up, Warlock?
Hey, Warlock, what's going on?
If you don't want to go right in, there's so much of the world here left to explore.
Let's see
That
Wow.
you can just get levels, you can do quest lines, you can do so much shit.
A while ago, I was asking Tom. I was just like, if I were ever to get into Elden Ring, what would be the biggest piece of advice you can give me? And Tom was without missing a beat. Tom was just like, don't follow the path, go explore first.
Because it's actually kind of a nice little touch that the game gives you. If you're a more experienced Soulsbourne player, you can follow it and go right to Morgott, who is the first roadblock. Well, aside from the boss that we're about to go fight in about a minute right here. He's about the first.
Margaret is the first biggest wall
Yeah.
I've seen people struggle with.
So you can go and fight him right off the bat, but you're probably going to get your shit wrecked unless you are already really good at dodging. And there's a lot of good stuff in Stormvale Castle too if you want to ransack it right away. In fact, right now you can see a lot of people in here with the starting armor.
Oh yeah.
Who are also currently playing, who are getting their shit wrecked by some of these starting enemies. Even on New Game Plus, a lot of these guys are going to be not all that tough, because at this current moment, I am... Let's take a look. My name is Dank Memes. I'm level 168.
Ah yes, the journey of the brave knight Dank Memes.
So, I am overpowered, for sure. So I'm going to try my best to explain a lot of things as if you were playing them for the first time. First off, stealth is actually pretty fucking viable, especially early on in the game. You can crouch.
You can stealth kill people? Hello? Nice.
You can crouch in bushes, stand up to someone, then give them the old 2,000 HP butt stab.
Amazing.
Oh, don't worry. We are going to smash that man's nuts into fine powder. A lot of people call New Game Plus the revenge run, because you can basically just go and find all these people who gave you hell and just wallop on their ass with newer equipment. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of revenge on some of those who were very pains in the ass to me early on.
Elden Ring Gear 5 Revengeance.
But first off, also there's a lot of just they actually do a pretty good job telling you a lot of tutorial stuff. Mostly, you can do stuff like jumping attacks in this game, a lot of which do a lot of stagger damage. So in addition to just, also a very cool little touch, the more you kill, the more bloody your equipment becomes.
Ooh. Oh, that's a neat touch. I like that.
Mm-hmm. These are These are basically kind of save points. You can't use them to replenish your health or
Right.
save. But if you die, you can get brought back to here. So
Nice.
it's very good if you like if you're about to go into the toughest boss fight. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna activate my Moonlight Greatsword
Yeah. Oh yeah, yes, the boss fog. Here we go.
because we have to fight Soldier Godric, the hardest fight in the game. He's gonna come up here. The game's gonna tell me the guard counter, but it doesn't matter.
Goodbye, sir.
And of course, we show them the ring. We show them the full booty hole. So a little thing about the Moonlight Greatsword. It is a sword that has been in every single FromSoft game since Kingsfield 1. They put it in fucking Armored Core of all games. It is in all
wow.
the Souls games. It is in Bloodborne. It is in this. If you charge it up,
Ooh.
it
Sword
does
beams. Nice.
sword beams. These sword beams inflict, in addition to a lot of damage, they inflict heavy stagger. And if I bring these out, these are my Phalanx Blades. These will come in and attack someone if they're coming up to me. If I can hit them with 2 of these in a row, I can almost always knock someone to the ground for a critical hit right away.
Interesting. What was it? Girl DM, one of another VTuber I follow, who has also been playing a lot of Elden Ring. She has something similar to that, but it's got way more swords.
Oh, yeah, so I do have that one as well. There's one that does 20 smaller swords, but
That one, yep.
these do heavier stagger damage.
Ah, gotcha.
And as you can see here, we have a lot of I have a lot of swords.
I can see that, yes.
One of which is like literally, they just put Guts' sword in the game.
Oh, that sure is, yep. That's the Black Blade, all right. Holy moly.
So one of the ones that I want to eventually get, these are, by the way, these are currently the most, like, the katanas are the most broken weapons in the game. I am not really much of a dex user, so I haven't really been using them as much. What I want to get is this and a second whip, because if you do something like equip 2 whips, although the one I want I don't have yet, you can do what's called power stancing, which allows you to dual wield. Instead of it doing it a left and a right, you can power stance. Oh, I think I have. Maybe I didn't have the right button for. I'll figure it out. But you can basically take it so that if you have 2 weapons of a similar type, you can power stance and do stuff like jump in the air and attack with both whips at once.
That sounds awesome.
So that's what we're gonna eventually be working towards. But I need to get a second whip and upgrade both of them before they're usable. For now, though, we have. I will show this. So every other weapon, this one might be my favorite. This is the other meme weapon.
Oh my lord.
The ring finger. And primarily the reason why I love it. Well, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. It's not. I'm not super spec towards it. But there's someone who's given me a whole lot of trouble that we're gonna be running into in a minute. And even though I'm not really geared towards it, I want to see. I want to see just how much New Game Plus can do. We're gonna try something out.
You gonna go give him the finger?
I'm gonna try something. Oh, speaking of D&D Warlock, I'm currently drinking something that I picked up at PAX East. It is a blend of tea from a tea shop called D&T.
Yep. Also, sorry to hear you're suffering from allergies, Warlock. I know that feel, bro. I know that feel.
Fuck allergies. But first off, we have to talk to this man here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, this dude.
Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Ah, this dude.
Without guidance,
And with that, a meme was born.
of rules, and without an invitation.
Two memes were born because when Gura started playing Elden Ring, this dude said the maidenless line and she immediately started attacking him.
This man's, when you find him later, has some of the horniest dialogue in the game.
There
Oh,
is
boy.
one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to listen.
This man wants to drink some blood. And I know some people who are into that.
That you may also
Oh.
behold its golden
Oh, well then.
rays pointing in a particular direction.
Part of me wants to do... I'll do that for a third run. Is kill all friendly NPCs. They actually make it harder than it looks to kill friendly NPCs.
Indeed. It will lead you even if it leads you to your grave.
I love this man's voice acting, though. The one thing about his quest that sucks is that if you don't have PS Plus, you literally can't finish it.
Reveal the path
That's dumb.
certain.
Yeah, because you have to invade 3 people. Even if you fail, you have to invade 3 people to keep, to continue his quest. And if you don't have PS Plus, you can't do that. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that.
If you see
Nice. I was thinking of getting Elden Ring on Steam anyway, because your boy still doesn't have a PS5.
Yeah, I think that this is definitely the one to play it on. They've since put a lot of graphical improvements to make it play and feel better overall.
I've heard as such, yeah, because I heard on launch the PC version of Elden Ring was not good.
Had problems for sure. Right now, I am playing it. I'm screen sharing with Chef, and I'm looking at it on my phone. It doesn't look like we're running into any graphical issues.
No, I've got stream open on my other monitor. No stutters, no skips, nothing.
Okay, so they do give me torrent right off the back, which I'm not gonna use because I'm not supposed to have
this
them yet.
dude.
But this motherfucker right here gave me so much trouble. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sneak up on him, and right when he's expecting it, try finger butthole.
That's another meme. That's another meme. Try finger butthole. Oh god, he does a shit ton of damage even in NG plus. What the fuck?
Yep. And unfortunately, my finger does not.
Yeah.
But this is someone I famously fought at level 1 with no upgrades.
Yep. There's actually a challenge going around Hololive, both JP and EN right now. It was started by Callie because she's crazy like that. The challenge is beat this dude with no armor and just a club.
That was effectively what I did. I did it with the starting Vagabond.
Callie's completed that challenge. Aki's done it. Iris did it, even though it took her like 4.5 hours to do so.
If I had any strength and spec strength, I would. But
Oh, Lucy, wait until you see the hand spiders.
oh god, those things are so terrifying.
Those things are nightmarish. And some of them can even cast magic, which makes it worse. Like I said, I've not played this game, but I've watched plenty of people play this game, and almost universally, I don't think anyone has said, "Oh, that giant spider looks really cool." It's like, no, that thing is a walking nightmare. Keep it away from me.
Unfortunately, now we get to see how many inputs my controller does. 'Cause I have actually had problems with this for the entire time I played this game.
Oh. Is it the same one that gave you trouble during Parappa?
No, that was an actual PlayStation controller. This is an Xbox One.
Gotcha.
I'll just literally have inputs being eaten sometime.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm at least trying to see if I can give him a stun or something. For anyone who wants to see, I actually do have a video of myself beating him at Soul Level 1 with the starting gear.
Show him the meaning of pick and flick. Oh my god.
So yeah, with magic, unfortunately, I just don't have. I think I have.
Yeah, you're just not spec for it.
I think I have 12 currently in. Okay, I have 20 in strength, but in comparison, I have 81 in intelligence right now. So just to give you an idea.
Yeah.
And this one scales up strength and dexterity.
So the exact opposite of what you're spec'd for.
Yeah. So instead, to give you an idea, we're gonna go ahead and actually put my proper build on and go for actual revenge.
Throw the moon at him. Such a cool animation. All the animations in this game are like so nice looking. This is also the brightest Soulsbourne game I've ever seen.
Easily. And I think daytime horror is always way... I love daytime horror.
Oh yeah. Oh, whoa!
All right, so that is something I will have to
Mirror
contribute.
shield much?
Yeah, he does actually have a mirror shield. I forgot all about that.
Jesus. Right, Iron Mouse learned that the hard way too. Oh dear.
That's more of a problem if you actually try and fight this guy at range. Like, that's probably going to get deflect. No, that's just going to miss.
Whoops. Oh my god, Schmetric. I got lucky finding a sword, I just kept thrusting into his horse's ass and I won.
That's what
phrasing.
I did. I use the skill square off to really just
nice.
demolish him.
Nice.
So one thing really with, for learning, because right now, like, a lot of things just feel kind of like they're absolutely random. There's a lot of input reading, much like the same thing that made Omega Rugal fucking tough when you fought him. If I go, for example, I'm gonna do something like try and heal, and the second I try and heal,
He's gonna start attacking you.
his attack will change and go for one that's far more targeted.
Interesting. Yeah, because I've
So
seen a lot.
if you're good at this, you can try and bait out certain attacks.
Yeah. 'Cause I was about to say, I've noticed that whenever someone tries to heal, the boss will like charge them immediately. I didn't think it would actually change their attack pattern. I just thought it made them more aggro.
It definitely, like, I had to learn that when I fought this guy at level 1. Because you can bait out attacks like that.
Nice.
And you get a weapon you are definitely not going to be able to equip really early on. Keep doing that out of habit. I'm not supposed to have Torrent yet. But if you check the map right now, you'll see things telling you to basically go in this direction. And I definitely recommend going there first to get some Oh, there's also these important things. These are the signs of co-op. So you need to activate these statues in order to be able to summon people in. Now,
Summoning pool. Nice.
Summoning was a really tough thing in Souls because you had to use an ember or humanity or, you know, a very limited resource. Well, in Elden Ring, you can craft. You can grab a lot of kind of just items like that fruit that we picked up. And if you go into item crafting, I have a lot because I have a lot of recipe books, but one of the first ones that they teach you is how to make something called the Fur Calling Finger Remedy. This is what you use if you want to summon someone or summon a friend for help, be able to see a sign. You find these flowers all over the place. So it's really easy to say craft 80 to craft just like a ton of them right off the bat. In addition, if Chef, say you were to pick up the game right now and you were to summon me, I can drop anything in my inventory in your world and you could pick it up. The caveat is...
That's damn handy. Okay.
The caveat is, if it is a weapon, it can no longer be upgraded. Weapons that you get from others cannot be upgraded. But...
Oh, okay.
now you can also see a little bit of the controller acting up. If you basically hear me just like clicking at any point or running in a random direction, that's the controller acting up.
Gotcha.
So, Smendrigast, which book was that? I think it actually tells you if you hover. Once the controller decides to cooperate. If you decide to switch display. Okay, so it doesn't tell you on here. But if I go into my inventory and go into my... my notes, and particularly one of these has my one of these has all my crafting books. They'll tell you in it which one teaches what. But you can craft them from very early on in game.
Kind of cool, honestly. I like this. I like the crafting element.
That one's new. That one, I have never seen that in Souls games before. But it is very welcome.
Nice.
Maybe it doesn't show? Which, I'm sure you can look it up. I thought for sure it would show up in, yeah, you should look. You can look it up. It's not far in. I know that much. But those are really helpful if you want to, if you know you're having trouble and you want to summon more help from Godric. For early game bosses, they make it so that your ability to summon for help is not that tough.
That's awesome.
And again, from there, with the lone exception of that knight blocking a lot. Blocking to the right path. It actually, I think that the Sentinel there actually helps out in encouraging people. hey, maybe just don't make a beeline for where the game tells you. Maybe find another path. Maybe check out some other stuff first. Because generally you think, hey, I'm gonna go. If I don't go where the game tells me to go, I'm gonna go into a way overpowered area and get my shit pushed in. Well, if you follow where the game tells you to go, you're probably gonna get your shit pushed in. I swear to God, controller issues are so... If you ever see just, like, something like that where it just looks up in the sky for no reason, it's because... I don't even know how the fuck to explain this issue. The controller will just randomly lock onto whatever motion you were just doing and repeat it. So if it decides to lock up while I'm moving my camera right, it'll just hold on there for a while. For early parts in the game, you can actually do smithing on weapons to get them to a quick +1 or +2 based on whatever smithing stones you find early on. So stuff like if you can find an early game weapon that you maybe want to bump up a little bit, the game will let you do that. It's very handy. As well as this person right here, a group of traveling merchants who actually, when you go,
Santa?
when you're... He's Santa adjacent, yeah. But the cool thing is when you leave or come in, they'll start playing music. It will be the ambient music in the game will actually be provided by these merchants, and they went to the point of like, if you looked at their hands, they're actually their fingering on the strings are actually accurate to the notes they're playing.
Oh, that's awesome. I love tiny details like that. That's cool.
Tons of them.
Tarnished. I can see it, and I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Carly,
What are you buying?
purveyor of fine goods.
Let's ask about him.
Nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
What I'm not looking forward to sometime in the near future is I might need to get my brakes replaced.
Oh no.
I took my car out and I hit the brakes to stop at a stoplight, and I just heard the most worrying squeaking sound. I'm like, oh no.
Oh, that's the worst. Oh, hold on 1 second.
Yep. Cassie. Uh-oh, was it cat time? Is a cat doing something? Anyway, yeah, chat, I'm curious. I've never played a single Soulsbourne game before. What was your
Ain't ready
first
for this.
Soulsbourne? Oh,
Also-
here we go. Oh, here we
me-
go.
Let me see if this because I picked up a couple of things for her over the weekend, and I'm gonna see if she was crazy about the first one. We got these like little banana catnip things. Oh, it's the first time. Hold on. Second I move, you're gonna run right up to it, aren't you? Oh, no.
I could hear Chef's question over the horn.
Oh,
No
keep
worries, Mendrick. Yeah. Oh, Tessie. Now, no worries, man. I was just wondering, like, because I've never played
no.
a Soulsbourne game before. What was anyone in chat can answer this? What was your first Soulsbourne game? I guess Tom, that question would go out to you as well.
First Soulsbourne game was Demon.
Nice.
Although I did play. I played a bit. I didn't own it, but I played a bit of Kingsfield 2. Alright, now she's going for it. I played a bit of
Hey.
Kingsfield 2 and
Look at her. Aw.
Armored Core for sure, though I don't know if people would classify that as, it's a FromSoft, but it's not a Soul. Actually, the first FromSoft game that I actually bought and owned was Eternal Ring, another game that begins with an E and ends with ring. That was really bad. It was not a good game.
Oof.
Um,
Smendrick was Demon Souls like you, Chris Bloodborne.
mm-hmm. So I wasn't really crazy about the first Dark Souls. I was way more of a, I like Demon Souls. I actually like Dark Souls 2 more than Dark Souls 1. And then Bloodborne was the game.
Bloodborne is a game I want to play at some point. I watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough of Bloodborne, and oh my god, he's like a Bloodborne god. Holy shit.
Yeah, Bloodborne's my favorite FromSoft game. Elden Ring is my favorite in a different capacity. I think that this is the better game. I think Bloodborne is my favorite game.
Nice.
So I'm going to give a little bit of recommendation for people who are just maybe starting in Elden Ring. Talk to this guy, buy cracked pots from him, buy the crafting kit from him. First thing you definitely want to do.
Okay.
In almost any of these merchants, if they sell stuff like cookbooks, get them. If you want to check these things a little more closely, hit X, or the one that says switch display mid, and they will actually tell you what items you can make.
Oh, interesting. Oh no, I agree, Lucy. Jack's Bloodborne run was so fun to watch. Oh my lord.
You can also buy stuff like these. These are hints to stuff later on. They're not all that expensive. I would definitely say go for it. But always, you want to get cookbooks if you can. You want to get cracked pots and crafting kit.
And then the crafting kit.
And then if they have any stone-bound keys, you want to get that as well.
Goodbye.
Oh, and also a little tip that some people might actually not know. Throughout the game, you'll get stuff like golden runes, which, for those who remember Chris's playthrough, they have stuff like large soul or small soul, items that you can basically like use to give you a quick amount of souls. If you want to, say, sell a bunch of these because you have a bunch saved up, and you don't want to go through the process of literally breaking each one by hand, you can just go to a vendor, and they'll sell for the same. If you sell them, you'll sell them for the price of the souls you would, or the runes you'd end up getting. So it's just a quick way to make money back. In like bulk, if you want to sell your golden runes in bulk, just go to a merchant and sell those.
Goodbye.
The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pass some time. There are actually some bosses you can only fight if it is nighttime. There are some NPCs who will only show up in specific areas if it is nighttime. So if you're ever not sure if I need to do something to progress further in a story or something like that, change a time of day. Some bosses like the Knight's Cavalry will only be riding at night. And again, if you see anything like acquire materials, grab that. These are the flowers you can use to make the items that summon people to help. Don't you dare hurt the animals. They are doing their best.
Oh no, it's fine. I've seen plenty of Elden Ring clips where the sheep will attack somebody like mid-boss fight. I'm like, what the fuck?
The sheep can do a fucking electric Sonic the Hedgehog run.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sheep are
See,
crazy.
that I did not know. Good lord.
Oh yeah, and there are also a lot of bats around.
Oh lord.
They patrol around at night.
Big ass bat. Holy shit.
Some bats are sirens who will sing a very beautiful song, and if you get too close to them, they'll kill you.
God.
I think those are
We're nowhere near the area that's got the eagles with the swords on their talons yet, right?
They're close to Stormvale.
Okay. Oh no.
I'm trying
Because
to
I just
figure out
remember
where the...
seeing, I just remember tuning into Emily's stream one time and just her getting eviscerated by those things, and I'm like, why do eagles have swords on their feet? What's going on here?
Yeah, those things suck. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck the, I can hear demi people screaming,
I was about to ask what that screaming was.
but I don't see them.
First off, octopus. What?
Oh god, there's probably a land octopus somewhere down there.
Oh no. Try jumping. I love the hints in this game that people will leave behind.
Oh, I just realized something. There's a literal perfect view of the moon in this church, which I believe is one of the first spots you can actually find Rani to start her
Ooh.
quest line off. I don't think she actually does until I talk to an NPC again, but if you go to...
Must locate wife.
And that's another thing about this game. Literally every viewpoint is beautiful.
Yeah. I mentioned earlier how this is the brightest Soulsbourne game I've ever seen. This is also like the most beautiful looking Soulsbourne game I've ever seen. What is that monstrosity?
That's a giant.
Oh boy.
That's another kind of great thing about this game, is that there'll be a ton of just like things that you see in the distance and say to yourself, damn, I kind of want to check that out.
Hmm. That's a really good thing about any open world games. Like, if you can see it, you can get there. Which I love that kind of feeling of free exploration.
And in
And
most
also-
cases, if you try and fight this guy really early on, he will just wreck your shit.
I was about to say, you're gonna die horribly.
If you see that glowing orange, that glowing orange is a where you can critical.
Christ. Goodbye, sir.
And you can critical a lot more enemy. You can stagger almost every enemy. Well, not every, but you can stagger even a couple of bosses. You can stagger.
There is one spell that I've seen Emily use pretty much all the time. It's the one that throws 3 rocks, and if all 3 hit, it's like a guaranteed stagger.
I'm using a better version of that.
Ah, okay.
I'm using a frost version of that spell.
Oh.
And what we're actually looking at right there,
About to say, that looks like a Korok.
so I'm actually going to use Torrent for this.
Or get
What
the
that
fuck
is-
over here.
That's an invisible Dung Beetle.
Ah.
Generally, they hide stuff like Ashes of War or sometimes weaponry. And you have to try and hit them as they're running. They only take one hit though, so you can do something like put your sword in the ground, and if it
That's
comes
a
into
neat-
contact, it'll just snipe them.
Oh, that's so cool. What the fuck? I love this game, man. Holy shit.
And
See, this is the reason. Like stuff like this is what makes me really want to pick this game up at some point. It's just because of all the little details like that.
And generally, where in the last time you went to one of these locations, you found a merchant. Over here is a beast man eating a person's flesh.
Oh Jesus.
A lot of environmental storytelling in this game. Also, returning are stuff like bloodstains. In case you're wondering, will that kill me if I run off it? You can see how someone else handled it. And say, yeah, running off that will kill me.
Yep, that is. Yep, that looks like death. Yep, sure is death.
Oh, and of course, if you want to do something like fast travel, you can fast travel at any point in the game, or almost any point in the game. Tessie is up in, Tessie's standing up by the, looking out the window right now, so I don't want to bother her just yet. But she will be back. So like I said, one of the nice little things is that, you know, there's so many other little things to do in this area, one of which is a Catacombs over here, and it's not like it's like hard to find them. While of course you could just run into them just by, you know, exploring. I think it's over here. What actually turned me on to the location of that is if you climb up this hill, because of course you want to be climbing up hills just in general, there's a statue over here. And I don't think I can reactivate this because it's already been... Well, in most cases you can activate it. And what it will do is point in a direction of a... point in a direction of a dungeon or something of interest you haven't seen before. So it'll cast a light straight out from there and basically point you in the direction of the Stormfoot Catacombs, which is not a bad place to go if you are just starting out in this game.
Nice.
It comes with a pretty good Ash of War. You get souls from doing it, so you always want to be doing stuff like that. And of course, putting a couple of enemies there helps kind of give you an idea of, hey, maybe there's something over here as well. These things right here are the Chalice dungeons in Bloodborne done better.
Ooh, interesting.
As much as I
Stormfoot
love
Catacombs.
Bloodborne, the Chalice dungeons are so hard to implement and make fun, but by just making them be physical things you can see in the world, means you are likely to... You feel like you're discovering something.
Yeah. It's kind of like, oh god, these things.
And these goblins are the fucking worst. They inflict bleed. They're all over the place. They normally are fast enough to interrupt most of your normal attacks.
Right.
But yeah, just by the simple act of putting them as things in the world to investigate, they make what bosses that would have only been Chalice Dungeon bosses and Chalice Dungeon encounters feel infinitely more natural.
Oof. Yeah, I was about to say that it's kind of like comparing a Soulsbourne game to a Kirby game is going to be a very strange comparison, but it's the same thing Kirby does, like not just Kirby in the Forgotten Land, but every Kirby game. If they'll put a seemingly random enemy in a seemingly out of the way spot, and there's something hidden there, and you need that copy ability to get it.
Yep. Also, another
It's
instance
that
of my
same
controller
kind of
being.
tell.
Yeah, chalice dungeons are fun if you do them in groups. The chalice dungeons can be fun, but they are not fun naturally. You have to find a way to make them tolerable, which is not good design.
Oof. Yeah.
And of course, these pillars are always fun. But if you ever get stuck with one of these things, you can run up. If you run behind it and hit it to the ground, you'll stop it. And get something like this, which is a nice little fun thing that says hello.
Oh, I have to ask a question. That viral Elden Ring clip of the dude smacking a wall like 90 times, was that a glitch or was that
Glitch.
intended? Okay, that's what I thought.
They have done something like that before, where they'll pretty much put, like, if they want to, like, if they have content they don't really want to use, they'll put it behind something or behind a wall, and only show you what you need to see. They just, normally they make it, like, literally an indeterminate amount of health. With this, they fucked up and gave it a determinate amount of health. Not anticipating people would be crazy enough to smack one wall 100 times, or use the weapon that hit something about 100 times.
That's insane.
Do I have that sword or that weapon? Hold on. Yeah. This happy little
Oh, the wheel weapon, that thing. Ooh.
yeah. This will technically, each of those blades hits at a time. So something like this can actually, like, mow down the health of a wall in nothing.
It's hilarious.
I see what you're
If
doing.
only you
Rich.
could dual wield it. Oh my lord.
So yeah, if you want to knock one of these things down, just give it a second, and you can usually run in and knock it down. Or if you have a bow, you can hit them with the bow, and that'll also knock it down.
Ah, okay, cool. Cool.
I don't spec decks, so I don't use bows all that often. Fuck these things.
Jesus Christ, they look so annoying.
They inflict bleed. And here's the fun thing about bleed. Bleed does percentage based on your health.
Oh, ew.
So, bleed does damage and is dangerous no matter what part of the game you're at. And of course, this guy tries to lead you in by backing in. So if you race in, you're gonna get ganked. It's actually a pretty decent ash for early on. Ashes, by the way, are what you use to summon. If you want to get co-op, but you don't want to use a Furling Finger, or you want to get some different kind of help, you can use an ash to basically spend a little bit of FP to summon an NPC to help you. I have the most broken one, which is myself.
Oh, nice. That's Mimic tier, I think?
There is a boss later in the game that you fight that is you. It's the if no one else got me, I know I got me.
That's crazy.
And I'll show it off here, but
Yeah.
it obliterates bosses.
Oh, this thing! Oh, this animatronic-looking motherfucker! Oh, God!
Yeah, this is the Watchdog, aka the weirdest cat.
This is like uncanny valley enemy design right here. What the shit? Oh, I'm so glad it's dead. Oh, I'm so glad it's dead. Ugh.
Yeah. So, just like that, in the span of, what, 10 minutes, we uncovered everything that that dungeon had to offer. And even if you don't use those ashes, even if you don't use any of that, it's still, like, you feel like you didn't waste your time going in it because it's something and you got to check it out. And also, if this is your first time playing it, they drop enough runes for you to get a level in. Even if by now you don't have leveling unlocked yet. There is a particular bonfire we need to rest at before we unlock our maiden and get the ability to actually level up.
Nice. Fine, run, coward.
In fact, let's go there now. It's normally where you'd also unlock Torrent as well.
Oh, nice. Oh, Shmendrick's asking, was that weak to Arcane?
Yes. I think it's weak to, getting stabbed with... Well, because I'm not really using Arcane. Arcane actually, believe it or not, scales bleeding.
Really?
Which is a really unique, right now I'm using a very, a very high IQ build.
Oof, those bats look so ominous. What the fuck?
They're, like, the easiest enemies, too. Except for one part where bats will fuck you up. So this is, like, one of the first... I would call it, like, the first real, like, test. There's an entire ruins here filled with soldiers. And you could just kind of go in and... If you try and go in and fight everyone, one of them's gonna use a horn, call for help, and you'll have to fight the entire ruins worth of enemies all at once.
Rip.
So what I used to kill them for the first time was actually I was going pure strength. I used pure strength until I could or strength dexterity until I could get to until I got the Moonlight Greatsword when I respect.
Oh. Uh-oh. Nope. Goodbye, friends.
It's not as dangerous for me because I'm crazy, but
You're-
like that guy in the
you're super
middle,
overleveled, yeah.
that guy in the middle is actually kind of tough. And if you see anyone with like a banner, like he's tough. He will actually like these bigger knights can actually like pose a threat, especially for first time. They'll take multiple hits. But probably the most dangerous are these guys.
Uh-oh.
Because they'll call the entire plateau of people. And if you're not ready for it, you're gonna get
Oh,
your
Lord.
shit fucking rocked.
Oh, Lord.
Me? I'm ready for anything. Why? Because I got me.
That was really close, though, Tom. Holy shit.
It was. So the reason why that's actually scary is, you have to, unlike every other summon, You actually have to use about half your health bar to call your
Yeah.
mimic.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing about Emily's build. Because she hasn't leveled Vigor at all, she physically cannot use Mimic Tier.
Oh, that's right. Because like
She's
it's not
only
like
at 9 Vigor, yeah.
it's not like it uses part of your health bar. It needs that set 600.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
She physically cannot use Mimic Tier at all. Oh my lord.
So the fun thing about my Mimic Tier is that he's loaded with a lot of the spells I don't really use all that much. Like,
Ooh. Moon! That's such a cool looking spell. Oh my god. I love that.
so oftentimes he'll pull out the spells I don't really use all that much, like Guardian
Ooh.
Moonblade or Loretta's Mastery Bow, which fires 4 bows at once,
Oh.
or Stars of Ruin.
Ooh, that one. That one's a nice one.
Shard Spiral. Or if I want something with range, the Comet Shard.
Yeah. Glintstone Comet.
Most of the time, though, I only really use the Great Blade Phalanx. So if you can make it through all of that,
Lost Grace discovered. Nice.
this is particular the grace that everyone needs to get to, because this is the one that's actually going to let you level up.
Ah. Ah, right, this cutscene.
Or we start rolling in the maidens.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord.
Seeing how some people get the eye makeup done
Have you
perfect
heard
is
of
so
the
good.
Finger Maidens?
Nice.
They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
The hat says otherwise.
I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength.
I don't even know if I have enough
No
to
other matter.
to get another
Garland
level
has
yet.
chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shall I turn? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment. Share them with me.
Yeah, I'm still a couple hundred.
Your
I'm still a couple of thousand away.
The prince.
Oh, and also, do not, like, leave any stone unturned. Because inside here...
Oh. Interesting.
is actually a hidden treasure chest. They like to
Ash of
hide
War
a...
stones.
They like to hide a bunch of, like, bosses or stuff down here that you definitely want to check out.
Check everything, got it.
And now to help with these nerds again. Let me get another knight who doesn't fuck around.
Nice. Oh, Jesus. Whoa.
These knights, with their crazy... It doesn't do a ton of damage because I don't actually have them upgraded at all. But, that attack will be the bane of my existence for a while.
Oh,
Because it
Lord
just
in heaven.
knocks you down off everything. Also, fun thing about the moon, it does AoE damage.
Aw, snap. Ha ha ha, that's so good. Oh! The dude got interrupted.
He's a fun knight. He just, I can't trust him as much as I trust myself. But let's see, by now, I believe if we head back to that church...
Oh, are we gonna encounter wife?
we should encounter wife. We'll just run through, pick up some free weapon. Oh, also combat on Torrent is much easier than combat without Torrent. You can use Torrent to cheese a couple of bosses, like the Tree Sentinel, if you hadn't fought him. I definitely
Yeah, I
recommend.
What was it? I was watching Emily's stream one time, and like, turns out mounting and dismounting Torrent gives you iframes, which is hilarious.
Okay, so she's not here yet.
Oh.
So I think that nerd is still alive. Although it might be... You can use that little thing in the bottom right corner, by the way, to tell you what time of day it is.
Okay.
So, the game tells you to go through Stormgate and start making your way up to Stormvale Castle. But really, everything in this area is open for you to explore. If anyone is interested in strength... Oh, and you can also mark stuff on the map, by the way. Very fucking helpful.
Oh, that's handy as hell. I love that.
I would recommend for basically anyone trying this game out for the first time, the best places to go are the Forlorn Hound Graveyard, or Evergal, and Castle Morn. You can get, especially if you're thinking of playing strength, two of the best weapons you can get are actually in that area. I'm going to start off by fucking up the boss in the Evergal.
Nice.
I'm also going to teach everyone how to get Blade in your party, because they kind of make it a little tough to figure out, but it involves talking with that merchant that we met very early on.
Ooh, alrighty.
Oh, also you can't bring up the map while in combat. So, our first step would be right there. Instead of going up north, instead try going south and east. If you're crafty, by the time you get the Stormvale, you can have probably about 4 or 5 bosses dead.
Oh, wow. Alright.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Also, I know in one of these ruins, Blade would be hiding out. You won't... In order to actually start fighting... not fighting. In order to start, like, talking with him, though, he won't come down naturally. You have to actually use a gesture to get him down. I don't think it's in this one. I think it's in some stuff slightly south. But, like I said, in almost every ruin,
There's something here.
there's
Interesting.
something there.
Rats.
But not only rats. There's also this, which, hey, some chests have teleportation in them. This one right here is actually one of the biggest fuck yous to anyone in the game. I'm gonna be okay because I'm on New Game Plus, but I think this is the one that teleports you to to the Crystal Tunnel, far from where we were.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
And hey, fun thing, you actually can't progress until you beat a boss. If you die here, it doesn't just send you back. Also, these centipede demons up here suck.
A what now?
On top of that house where you got spawned in,
What the fuck is that?
are centipede demons.
How about no?
And they shoot homing beacons at you, like that.
What the hell? That is nightmarish. Oh, you look like a sleep paralysis demon. I hate it.
Uh-huh. And there's a lot of them. Oh, I shouldn't say a lot. There's like 4 or 5 of them. This is actually a place I came to very later on to get Somber smithing stones, which are what you need to upgrade specialty weapons. And again, I'm gonna be fine for this part because I'm way more powerful than anyone should be at this part.
Mm-hmm.
But normally this would be like your way out, and I don't think they actually let you leave. So right now, if I try to say teleport back, you have been trapped. You cannot travel to Sites of Grace until you rest at one.
Ah.
But even then, I don't think they let you... Actually, we can see about that. Because I remember people saying that they had to actually kill the boss in the area before they could... Oh, yep, see? Cannot travel to a Site of Grace from this location. So even though you rest at one... I don't believe you can teleport out. Well, we'll see. Oh, no, we can teleport out. Okay, so don't believe what those people tell you. You don't have to kill the boss here. You just smoked that shit and now you're in Caelid. And Caelid sucks. Fuck it, I'm gonna kill the boss here anyway. because I was anticipating that when I took that chest.
When the edible hits harder than you imagine, you wake up somewhere else.
This is where Trevor woke up at fucking 6 in the morning when he messaged us all.
Oh my god. That was absolutely wild.
So I'm doing what I do best in this game, which is avoid enemies and just run past them.
Oof. Oh my god, we got a fucking sniper over here. Jesus.
I don't recommend
Whoa!
doing that. If I was like a fraction of my health, if I wasn't so beefy, I'd be dead from that. These, however, are great spots if you want to get a lot of weapon upgrade materials, which you can use a lot of. So what you can do is you can travel once you get out, but what a lot of people don't realize is that you can just walk out of this cave. A lot of people think you have to kill the boss in it, which you don't.
All you've got to do is find the lost grace in here, walk out of the cave, and then you can travel back.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that is nightmarish.
Oh yeah, these things suck.
Actual sleep paralysis. Yeah, actual sleep paralysis demon right there. Ugh.
These guys are in many parts of the game, and they suck everywhere you fight them. However, I will say this, because a lot of people forget about this, you can kick a ladder here and make it easier to get back. I didn't know about this until I died 7 times to the boss here.
Oof.
Oh, and be sure to check everything like that. Again, weapon upgrade materials. All really good. So I believe over here there are a couple of them just like praying to their god. Just somberly slip past them, except not, because one of them is gonna start doing his weird shrimp bullshit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, oh, they suck. They suck and I hate them. Hey, Nathan, yeah, happy 7th birthday to Snark.
I hate these things. They look disgusting. Yuck.
Well, you'll be glad to know that I just killed one of them so hard he literally zoop-zapped out by,
Excellent.
So this one is actually by, the Celia Crystal Tunnel is, it's near...
Evergals, abandoned cave.
Yeah. But a quick way to get to it is to actually go to the Dragon Burnt Ruins, and if you
open the chest.
If you open the chest there, it'll teleport you here. Which, by the way, if you open up a chest and see smoke coming out of it, you don't have to get teleported here. You can roll out of it if you want. It's just
nice.
It's just a tough. You have to almost kind of know it's coming. I wanted to get teleported here, because if you get a lot of people thought that the only way out of this hell
was to fight this boss. Falling Star Beast. Oh, this thing!
Yeah.
There's a bigger one of you!
There are
like,
many.
Much later on.
I think this is the hardest one out of all of them.
Because you're in such an enclosed area?
Yeah.
Hey, stab. Also, thank you, Nathan, for the happy 7 years. It is our birth month. Birth month. I don't know what we're doing.
Welcome to birth.
Oh god. Oh god.
Sorry, I actually at one point de-equipped my weapon.
I also like Tom's outfit because he's got the hat from the best wife in the game.
I'm going full moon husband. So yeah, coming here actually is really important. As you saw, I picked up something called the Somber mineral ball bearing. That will let you be able to just plain buy weapon upgrades
Wait,
from
what?
from an area we will be getting to later on.
That's wild. Holy
So
cow.
yeah, a lot of people got stuck here, thought they couldn't leave, even after finding the site of grace, and thought they had to continue in further and kill that boss. When instead they could have just walked out. I like when people are dumb sometimes in this game. Oh, and yeah, you may get weird tutorials kind of all over the place. But anyway, we're gonna head to the head to the actual Evergal, where one of probably the best weapons I would recommend people who are just starting out to get.
Oh, that's cool.
My favorite NPCs probably are, yeah, there are a ton of them I actually really like. Ronnie, of course, I'm literally wearing the shirt.
Moonwife.
So, Moonwife. Vare is very horny, very good. Nasty man husband. Any of these dogs right here, like, look at this good dog.
You're gonna... I'm gonna need an explanation of Turtle Pope at some point.
Oh, no, we can just find him. We will just go and see him. But yeah, there's a Turtle Pope. Almost everyone in Ronnie's quest line is really good. So Blade, the blacksmith, the mage we don't fucking talk about because he's a fucking weirdo. I love Blade. Alexander, my pot shard,
Yes.
my pot shard boy.
Yes. Again, I've never actually I've not played Elden Ring yet, but I've watched enough playthroughs of Elden Ring to know Alexander's a good boy.
There are a couple of just like, oh, those are your tiny octopus monstrosities.
Oh lord. All right. Yeah, because you said land octopus earlier, and like I'm afraid to know what that means.
I'm trying to find where the mama one is.
Uh-oh.
The beast clergyman, really almost every NPC in this game is good. Patches is his motherfucking self.
So, is Patches just some sort of famous NPC? Because every time somebody runs into him and I'm watching their playthrough of Elden Ring, they're just like, oh, there's Patches again. I'm like, what do you mean again?
So much like Moonlight Greatsword, Patches has been in every Miyazaki-produced game since Armored Core, where he was a like Patches the Unlucky, or Patches the he was one of your opponents, and he used some trickery to try and get you to basically stop attacking him. So they put him in Demon Souls, and then they put him in Dark Souls, and then they put him in Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, and they put him in Bloodborne, but he was half a Spider-Man, and then they just put him again in this. Also, if you kill one of these little wormy bombs,
What the hell? Oh, good lord. Whoa.
they will. So your horse, quick horse tutorial. Torrent isn't dead, but if he gets hit enough times,
I'll just despawn.
yeah, if he gets hit like 5 times in a row, he'll despawn. There are also ones like, I think these ones here.
About to say, they look like Pokies from Super Mario World, but without the spikes.
Some of them will just curl up into a bomb and explode. So Evergals are these things right here. Some of them are activated, some of them you have to use a key to activate them. If you go into one, you fight a sometimes easy, sometimes hard battle and get a decent reward out of it. You can not ash or bring help into these.
Ooh,
But
okay.
this guy right here, Bloodhound Knight Dart Will.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa!
Scariest thing about him, he's a little bit of a glass cannon. But as you saw, he will inflict bleed. And if bleed hits,
Quick.
bleed will take off a huge chunk of my health.
He is quick. Oh, wow. But yeah, 2 swings, he's down 90% health already.
Yeah. But he can do the same thing to me, like you saw right there.
Jesus.
Killing him gets you the Bloodhound's Fang.
Yes.
Not to be
That's
confused
I
with the
recognize
Bloodhound.
that sword.
Not to be confused with the Bloodhound Gang.
That's something entirely different.
This is the sword that I used for the first part of the game. As you can see, I have it
Yeah.
at +8. This is a
Bloodhound's-
a solid strength weapon, good moveset, and it's L2. It's Bloodhound's Finesse. We'll start with a heavy attack, jump back, and then if you hit it again, why isn't it activating? Oh yeah, so if you do a
Whoa.
L2 and then hold R2, you'll do that quick step in. And it does a ton of stagger damage. So anyone who is interested in a greatsword strength build, this weapon is free if you can beat him. And is
I was about to
literally
say.
just sitting right there.
Air quotes free.
I highly recommend just checking it out. It's like very close to the starting area. And again, even if you aren't going to use it, you kill him. That's a ton of ton of runes right there. In fact, I think we're almost near the Mist ruins as well. Again, this game does such a great job of just showing you, like, by just writing across a map, you'll see things of telling you, like, hey, there's an item of interest here. This may be something you should check out here. Not by putting something on a map saying this is where you need to go, but because they just make it look cool. Also, I have more points. Controller's acting up again. Let's go ahead and dump more into... I am at 169, level 169.
Nice. Nice.
Also, you can... I really want to know why it does this. I've been having issues with not in other games, only really this one, but my Xbox One controller does not have a fun time with this game sometimes. Anyway, who's hungry?
Oh, oh, giant crab! Oh my god. That is the exact opposite of what I normally see happen to people when they first encounter that thing.
Yep. So the crabs will fuck you up if you're not careful. And don't
Sure
think
will.
that just because you don't see them, they're not there.
Oh boy. Rams.
Also, sometimes literally just other bandits will come in.
Oh, so you can dismount him. Interesting. That's kind of awesome. Oh lord.
The same way he can dismount you, and he can also go in
Lord.
for a visceral. These knights are not to be fucked around with. Another reason
can
why
see
you
that.
want to try and keep as few runes on you as possible. Oh, but it's okay, because I think I know who's up here. If my fucking controller wants to... I just need you to work for 3 hours, buddy. Okay. Are you good? Do you feel like being responsive? Not cut out on me mid-jump like you just did right there?
Oh, I was wondering what happened. Good lord.
I'm trying to remember if the Mist Ruins were No, they think the Mist Ruins are actually further south. Alright. First, let me just dole a little bit of revenge. That's the nice thing about these kind of games are even you can never lay off your guard too much, because even an enemy who looks like, oh, I got him in 3 hits, they can still kill you. Anything in this game can still kill you. You almost learn to be vigilant as you move about. But yeah, I would definitely recommend for people who are starting out, don't be afraid to explore the area south of your starting zone. Instead of immediately going to Stormvale. I think I spent
I can
about
see why. There's so much to do.
I think I literally spent an entire day just doing cleanup in this area before going back to Stormvale, and the benefits you get from it are insane. Also, if you feel like being crazy like me, if you see stuff like this, these are falling puzzles.
Oh, yes.
So you can take advantage of stuff like Torrent's double jump.
Parkour.
Wait, the dragonfly had got falling damage? How the fuck did that happen? The dragonfly that followed me down took falling damage.
No, I noticed. I'm very
Mystified.
confused.
Also, here's a little bit of a pro tip. In case you want to... Because I see a lot of people who will die from fall damage. Because they didn't know if the area that they were in, come on, was safe or not. So, stuff like rainbow stones or glow stones. Throw both of these in. These are things you can... Not that. That. These are things you can craft from rune fragments, which you pick up all over the place. You can literally, like, anytime you see a building that's, like, destroyed, there'll be about 10 rune fragments on it. So these things are
okay.
very cheap, very easy to make. I'm going to go ahead and take the glowstones off. But if you're not sure, hey, is that fall going to kill me or not? Stand off near the ledge. Equip your rainbow stones and throw one. If it lands and you can see the color, you can land safely. Now what I'm going to do is take one of these and hop up far in the air. Now I'm going to look off in the direction of a fall that would definitely kill me.
Throw one off, and then I see what's going on.
Once
here.
I get control of my fucking camera back! Safe. Not safe.
Aha.
So,
If it
again,
lands and it doesn't break, it's safe. If it lands and it breaks, don't even bother. Got it.
they are ones you will have so many rune fragments in the game that you won't know what to do with. Craft a bunch of them, and if you're ever not sure, toss one down and see if it breaks. If it breaks, don't do it. Now, unfortunately, I have to get back down. You can also craft an item to feed Torrent that will give him health back. But for the most part, if he dies, you can use one of your flasks to get him back up to full.
Okay.
Torrent!
Oh boy.
Don't fucking... I swear to Christ. This controller is going to get me killed sooner rather than later.
Do you have a spare one that
No.
you know is working, or?
No, I bought another PlayStation 1, but I'm too used to this one. And plus, I don't think the problem's with the controller, because I've used it with other stuff. I just think it's a problem with the game. Because other people have had this problem.
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn to the south. The servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander. The servants are full wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morn. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father? At the castle, my soul wishes that he escape, even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe.
Who's ready for a sad story?
Thank you. dearly, then please, take this. Deliver it to my father, who will...
Oh boy, sad
Please,
story
we can
time.
be stubborn.
So I would say once everyone's like examined a whole lot of the starting area, the Weeping Peninsula is definitely like the second place to be in terms of like story progression difficulty. Oh, also
This is...
this is where the sheep start doing Sonic the Hedgehog shit.
Oh lord. This is also... Like, you're doing all of this before even going to the castle, which is wild.
Yeah.
That's... Correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there at one point an enemy whose attack was really, really glitched? Like, they would hit you once, but it would register for like 100 different hits and it would drain your health immediately?
Yeah, so there were dogs with bleed.
Oh no.
That would... Their attack animation was bugged. And when they would attack, it would register, like, multiple hits when it absolutely should not be registering multiple hits. And as we know, bleed procs with hits. So it would just start activating bleed over and over again.
That is so busted. Ew.
They've since fixed it. It still does a lot of damage, but it won't fucking kill you in one hit.
Okay, good. Ailing Village. Ah, that's ridiculous.
And see, the rats are even infecting... I think they're infecting like some version of Frenzy.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I think so. Because that looks like a debuff. That is a big-ass rat. Holy shit.
I think this might be something I even missed in my initial playthrough. Because there normally wouldn't be a sacred tier there.
Oh, they've all got the funny eyes.
Oh, they're all enchanted by the frenzied flame.
Oh.
That's an ending that we can get as well.
Really? Interesting. I don't know why they've never done the multiple endings in a Soulsbourne game before.
Oh, they have.
Oh, they have?
They've done it in everything but Demon.
Oh. Okay.
Although for the most part, 3 is the one that has the most endings out of all of them. Bloodborne has 3. Dark Souls 3 has something like 4 or 5. Dark Souls 1 has 2. And it is literally just link the flame or don't link the flame.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, that's where the Mistwood ruins are. You know, this isn't something that I actually have did on my first playthrough. So I get to experience a new area I didn't know about before.
That's what I love about stuff like this. Even somebody who's already on New Game Plus can still find new things on
Yeah,
the map.
like, for the record, I have something like... Oh, fuck these things.
Oh, Lord. Where did your health go? What the fuck just happened?
They fire a lot of bullets.
Oh, okay.
And they do it in the air.
Jesus.
I just need to not be stunned. And for that to not happen would also be really nice.
Nice. Ah, that looks painful.
But yeah, 110 hours.
Ooh, damn.
I want to head to here.
Controller, hello?
Completely. It's... Hold on. Alright, there we go.
Hey, perfect.
I wouldn't say perfect, but functional.
Workable. Workable.
Also, I love that the game just does a fantastic job of keeping, like, markers of things you have run into, and...
I do appreciate that, yeah. They're all very visible, too, which is great.
And even a lot
great
of-
help.
A lot of things like this of just, like, people naturally...
He tried to do... Oh, it's this guy again. Nice!
He tried, he failed. He got down with his bad self.
Spin!
Holy shit.
I'm clipping that.
I'm about to say, I
right
don't think I have
now.
to say it, but, yeah, be sure to save that Beyblade horse.
That is amazing. Holy crap.
Oh, also grave robbing. Grave robbing is great to just get some free runes.
You don't say. There we go. Spin.
Oh, here's also a nice little thing. If you take out a group of a certain kind of enemy, like for example, if you get all of the wolves in that wolf pack, they will give you back 1 charge of your Estus Flask.
Oh, that's cool.
So it makes it not a pain in the ass to actually, like, fight out in the field.
Nice.
Oh, and here are just some really big annoying plants.
Oh, this area. Yeah, I was about to say these plants. Ew. Yeah,
They
one of them
will-
could call down the Hammer of Dawn, which is what?
Yeah, they can infect you with poison. They can call down the Dawn Hammer. But if you run past them...
Hey. Oh, is this?
A hidden world boss.
Yep. Ah, yep. This dude, Mad Pumpkinhead.
This guy's hard to stun. Because he's just so goddamn angry.
I've seen plenty of people die repeatedly to this dude as well.
But he is weak to frostbite, which is what my sword does. So if you just saw this huge chunk of health go out.
Yeah, I was about to say his health evaporated.
This is, by the way, another area you absolutely want to go into, because there's an NPC hiding in here.
Tarnished
Ah.
I wonder you should turn up here. I am Selen, a sorcerer.
I love that she's wearing just a statue head on her
A
head.
lot of sorcerers do that.
A yen for glintstone sorcery.
Oh, wait, is she the person who teaches you magic?
Aptitude
Yep.
does appear.
Oh, okay.
Well, we will do her story later on.
Wisely. I was
Interesting.
considered
Okay.
Lucaria. As a reviled, apostate witch.
So kill Pumpkinhead and then get the NPC that teaches you magic. Got it.
Near the
Got it, got it, got it.
Mistwood.
Well, you are a piece of work. Very
Cool.
well.
Cool, cool,
You
cool.
are now my protege in glintstone sorcery.
You don't actually see her head, but in true FromSoft fashion, every mask-wearing NPC has a unique face, and she is like mature woman hot.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
She also
Yeah, so I'm
sells some
gonna-
really good glintstone magic.
Yep. Glintstone Pebble, I think, is probably one of the most useful things I've
It's
seen.
good if you want like it's a small FP cost, bread and butter. I'm using, so obviously, the purpose of the Moonlight Greatsword is to give magic users a good melee option for just tearing through normal enemies, so you don't burn through your FP all that much.
Right.
But if you, for example, want to use something like a sword and a shield, you can, and if you have enough, you can do stuff like Scholar Shield, which
Yeah.
will enhance your enhance one, or Scholar's Armament, which will enhance your other. So this will let your, like the Bloodfang weapon, take on arcane extra damage. These two are worth
Ooh.
it alone to get.
That's awesome. Yeah, wow. That's pretty
You
great.
are a tadpole when so to become now.
But yeah, her quest will come back much later, and it's definitely worth coming here, because you'll be coming here anyway, just to get on your quest to basically do a ton of other NPC stuff. So yeah, Pumpkinhead near the big flower.
Near the giant poison plants. Got it.
This is also another area where you should be wary about falling, because I believe the fall here is enough to kill you.
Oh boy.
It's a little hint to tell you, hey, if you see a smaller tree growing, maybe go check it out. It might have a golden seed, which is going to increase the number of charges you can put in your flask.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Also, if you want to make a fall down safe.
Yep, I was about to say more torrent parkour.
Mm-hmm. Just in general, you end up getting good at doing those. Also, here comes everyone's favorite enemy. You see those tiny little baby bears? How cute they are.
Oh dear lord. Oh good god. Your health. What happened? Holy shit.
Rune bears happened.
Oh my god.
So the first thing I want to do is get around here. There should be a site of grace somewhere. You can also use the music to kind of tell you how fucked you may or may not be.
So much like in Breath of the Wild, if you hear angry piano, run.
Yep.
The diversity of enemy designs in this game is absolutely insane. Because I've seen a whole bunch of endgame enemies. They are off the fucking wall.
So on occasion you'll see little messages like this, open for business, which if you look for smoke, there's a nomad somewhere nearby. Should also be the site of grace nearby as well. Yep.
Welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way. Right this way. Welcome, valued customer. Come, trade in our wandering emporium. Please, buy something. I'm hungry. I've been hungry so long. Please?
So here you can buy stuff like festering bloody fingers, which let you invade people. Meat. More cookbooks. Smithing stone, which are always useful.
And some weapons.
Which I have not used any. But I feel bad for the guy. So I will take all of his meat. Which he's hungry but won't eat, which is a little concerning. But again, when you first come in here, that guy might also be selling stuff like keys or pots or something like that. So you're going to want to just check and see what he's got. It'll almost always be worthwhile. I think I hear a side... No, I didn't hear a side of grace. What I hear instead is these Dung Beetles, which if you kill, will give you more charges for your Estus Flask.
Nice. Oh yeah, because those things... There are so many here, holy shit.
Yeah, well we're at a minor Erdtree, which generally means that we have a fight. But in this one case, I think there's just a... I think this one just gives you a golden seed. But there
Interesting.
is, well, one, there's this, which is an invisible. Honestly, that could just be a glitch. I think that was just a glitch. There are stuff like this,
Ooh.
which this is just a river well. But if you hop on it, you get teleported down, down, down an impossibly long length.
Holy shit, this just keeps on going.
Down even further.
Whoa. Whoa.
And welcome
Good
to the
lord.
world underground. This is just sitting out in the fucking open.
Holy shit.
So underneath the world, not in a 1-for-1, there's only little splotches of it.
Uh-huh.
But there are areas underground that almost make you feel like you're out in space.
I can see that, yeah. Holy cow.
We aren't gonna get
wild.
we aren't gonna go down here for the moment and continue onward. But I did want to get that checkpoint. I remembered running across this, and like that, for some reason that area was one that it took me like a day and a half to find. And as soon as I did, and you can go far underground with this, it ended up being one of the most like mind-blowing things.
Sure as hell does look like that. That is crazy.
You think it's something that's just gonna like take you to a treasure chest or something, and then no, it's gonna take you a mile underground. Oh, and if you look at that tree over there, you can
I
see a
see
rune
'em.
bear just like batting around with it. I love seeing animals act like animals in video games. So you may have heard something right there.
I wasn't sure if that was me or not, but thank you for pointing that out. Yes, I did hear something. Ah! Is it the good boy?
Mm-hmm. Nothing you do will actually get him to come down. At least when you start off. If you want to get
Right.
him down, you have to use Finger Snap, which you learn from the very first merchant that we found.
Ah.
If you go back after hearing Blade cry out, he'll have a dialogue option that's like, "Oh, you heard him too." and then it'll teach you that gesture.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrell.
1, I killed him. 2, I'm wearing your armor. 3, I'm wearing your waifu's hat.
Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Well, good news. We killed him. So, yay. Yep. But that is the first thing that starts you off on the path of Blade and Ranni's quest line.
That's awesome. Holy cow. God damn, he's a big boy, too. Holy shit.
Speaking of big boys.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I'm out of...
I love that animation, by the way, of when you don't have enough mana, you just look at your staff like, huh? Why are you not working?
Yeah, huh? What?
And yeah, there it is. Warlock in chat has just demonstrated what I wanted to talk about. I have seen so much of Blade Rule 34 art. Oh my lord.
And all of it's good.
Sure is.
FromSoft making everyone realize, oh shit, I might be furry since 2009.
Joke's on you, I'm into that shit.
Now, where the fuck is the site of grace here? I actually think if you go to where the, So actually, if you find Blade before you go and fight him, Blade will actually have more dialogue by the Evergal. The person that he was talking about, by the way, the trader, is the same guy we absolutely fucked up earlier.
Yeah, I was about to say, I definitely recognize the name from the dude you fought.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize. Oh yes, I should say, if you venture north to Raya Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon. That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted ways. That's enough chit-chat, time we part.
Yeah, one of 2 characters very much coded after Guts.
I can see the resemblance, yeah.
So let's see, if we head here now at night, she might be... Yep.
Tarnished. May I have a word?
Why?
Pleasure to meet
There
you,
she is.
I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent.
The nice thing is if you look very carefully, the doll is not talking. The spectral form behind the doll is the one actually talking.
As I hoped, I was entrusted this for thee by Torrent's former master.
Because if you look very carefully, her arms have puppet limbs on them.
'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Earth Tree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest. Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers.
We're literally wearing your hat. Okay, bye.
I have married you in another life. You know, we can go and say a quick howdy-do hello to Margot as we are approaching 11.
Ah, yes.
You can do a lot of things, Warlock. Oh, and when you come here for the first time, you want to move because
I was about to say, yeah, that giant. Oh boy. I know he's a boss much later in the game, but I've seen his boss fight from a couple of streamers now. The fire giant is terrifying. Oh my god.
Oh, the fire giant is such a pain in the ass.
Holy shit. His second form is like nightmare fuel.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, my god,
Yeah.
that is a
I wasn't gonna say anything beyond that, but like I've seen the fight, I've seen that second form, and it's just like, no. Like again, for anyone new coming in, I've never played a FromSoft game in my life before, but I've seen enough playthroughs of Elden Ring to know what to expect. But I still want to get the game because oh my god, this game looks so fun.
Oh, absolutely. Like I'm burning through so much just because I'm a high level, but you can spend an entire day doing what it took us 2 hours to do.
Oh yeah, no, you're literally doing in like 3 hours and change what I've seen other streamers take 6, 7, 8 hours to get through.
Yeah.
In the eyes of your tarnished brethren. But now, it is all that guides you. Also, I hear.
At some points, they'll give you the option to talk to her. Absolutely do them.
That guide you
Gotcha.
through your burden. Upon the cliff in Castle Stormvale is a shard bearer, a demigod, who inherited a fragment of the shattered Elden Ring. If the rays of grace signal the castle, then the Elden Ring beckons you. As an ally by pact, I pray that you are fit to face the challenge presented by the ring.
Bitch, I might be.
Upon the cliff, a demigod. If the rays, then the Elden. As an ally, pray to face the.
There's also an NPC that absolutely people should talk to.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider. Did you know? If you're grafted by the spider, you become a chrysalid. It's quite a lark when you think about it. You're all on your own, are you? And heading to Stormvale Castle? Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose. Oh, you've come to be one with the spider? Well, that makes us 2 peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut.
We already killed it. The spider came after us at the very beginning. We already cut that motherfucker up.
Like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven. Oh, I know. Can you take this little one along with you?
Oh, this is where you get jellyfish.
Uh-huh.
Braver than myself. And the spirits look
I
like
use
friends
that one
to me.
all the time. Also, what's good,
Glad
Kingfisher?
for your company,
Hey, Kingfisher.
It was a pleasure. Oh,
Yeah, no, I did not spoil that return specifically because I knew you'd love that return, Kingfisher. Hell yeah.
Also, if anyone needs smithing stones early, a lot of enemies in this area here on the run-in will drop them. This is normally an area you want to come in and you want to snipe them all individually and take your time killing each one of them. But I don't give a fuck.
We're just running on through. Oh, does that barrier mean you can't take torrent inside?
Yeah, that's your cutoff for torrent.
Gotcha. I was wondering what that blue light was. Okay.
It'll come in for a lot of like indoor areas.
That checks, yeah. Excuse me, sir. This castle needs to be horse accessible. Please and thank you.
I think it was Bird. I was actually just thinking a lot about horses because of Bird Porton watching more BoJack Horseman.
Nice.
Particularly the Free Churro episode, which is like one of the most like heart-rending. It is like an episode where like nothing happens, but it is so fucking heart-rending. Like, Will Arnett is crazy.
The BoJack Horseman's another series I really need to watch, but first, because Silent Warlock has been pestering me about it for ages, and now Bird Porton has as well, I'm gonna watch Owl House. I'm going to watch Owl House soon.
Good. For small beast bone farming, wolves. Wolves are your best friend.
Hi, Margaret. I like calling you Margaret because somebody, who made this joke? Girl DM made the joke. She couldn't pronounce Margit, so she just called him Margaret.
Yeah. Margit is the first real... If you try and fight them, and you don't really know much about Souls games, Margit will fuck your shit up.
Uh-huh. I have seen... Who was it? Oh, I'm about to call out one of my Hololive favorites for this. Or... Oh my god, Amelia Watson. She spent an entire stream that's almost 4 hours trying to kill Margit.
Specific area...
Yep.
The area outside of Stormvale is good for a lot of farming just in general.
That fucking hammer strike, holy shit.
Of course, I'm on New
Damn.
Game Plus, so I am...
Yep. Fucking him up.
I shall remember thee, tarnished, smouldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear of the night. The hands of the fell omen shall brook thee no quarter.
I'm sure we'll never see him again.
Yeah, this pretty sure is the last time we'll see him.
What I did do for a while, though, let me just delete. What I used to do for a while back when I started playing, and I'll still do this on occasion, for basically when I'm bored and I want to both get some souls as well as help people out in this game. You can write your summon sign.
Ah.
Oh, and I forgot I have to actually stay there for it. And now if you do anything in the area, and someone, even though I'm on New Game Plus, it can pull me into New Game Regular. If someone is having trouble with Margit, and they want to call in someone for help, they will see my sign, and they can summon me in.
Nice.
I've done that for almost every big wall boss for a while.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, I forgot that if you walk into a boss room, it'll destroy your sign. So, I was hoping someone would, like, immediately summon us in. No, it will summon me personally in to help.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Owl House, and speaking of Bird Porton, what is good?
Oh! Wow, look at that timing.
We were just talking about horses and by association, BoJack Horseman, and the post that you made about that free churro
Yep.
episode.
Also, thank you for the 18 months, Birdport. You rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? Tom was mentioning BoJack Horseman, and I also made mention that I'm going to finally start watching Owl House sometime this week.
Good.
Whereas I merely pretended.
Is that on Disney Plus or?
It sure is.
Okay, good.
Offer you guidance. I
Yeah,
can
the
take
free
you
churro
down
episode is one of the like.
gathering
Will Arnett should have gotten a fucking like Emmy nomination for that episode.
guided.
Yeah, my two watch list
Very well.
right now is Owl House
Upon you.
and then BoJack Horseman, because BoJack Horseman is another animated series that I've heard fantastic things about and have never watched, and I feel like I'm missing out.
It's phenomenal. Prepare yourself.
Ah, the round table hold. This looks
It
familiar.
can sneak up on you. So yeah, once you have killed Margit, you get access to this, kind of like the hub of the game.
Nice. Yeah, Birdport just confirmed Disney Plus has all except the final 4 episodes, and I'm sure those will drop not long after the season wraps up in a few weeks. Okay, good to know. So literally, this is the perfect time to start binging and catching up. Got it.
It is
Nice.
safe here. You may let down your guard.
It's a good week to start watching Owl House.
So more of this place will open up the more you play it.
I see you've just arrived. Welcome to the Round Table Hold. I'm Corin, a man of the cloth.
I gotta do Atlanta first, but then after Atlanta, I will get on Owl House.
Granted us by the Two Fingers,
Nice.
and explore the secrets of the Golden Order, so that one day, if a tarnished of the Round Table Hold should become
Says, objection, no, you get to access it at random. I got here 4 hours into the game.
its proper form, writing
Chris, watch carefully, because I'm gonna give you a little bit of a good feeling, because Chris is like, oh, there's a person you can fight here, and they can't be beaten. They're just too hard. Look at all these blood stains.
Oh god. Oh, this dude, yeah.
And I beat this motherfucker on my first try, so I'm about to get a little bit of
Mad Tongue Alberic.
what that tongue do though. I said, what that tongue do though.
Oh, he's got a scythe. You a Cali simp? Hell yeah, deadbeats. Let's go.
Yeah, I see you trying to go for that healing.
An attempt was made.
But you just got
Invader
ranged.
vanquished. An attempt was made, Alberic. An attempt was made.
If you get here, by the way, you can find the prayer book
Oh.
hidden around here. Oh, and a Cipher Pata, which is a hand weapon that I believe you need faith to properly wield, but I think it is just literally an incantation wrapped around your hand.
Ooh.
If I can find it. Ah, there it is.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a neat sound.
The cool thing about this is it goes through shields.
Nice. So one thing that's got me confused, are there multiple types of magic in this game? Because I hear people talking about like a faith build versus like
Yep.
something else.
So let me go through all these. That's actually something good that I completely forgot to bring up. Your attribute points are Vigor, Mind, Endurance, Strength, Dexterity, Intelligence, Faith, and Arcane. They all do correspond to different kinds of magic, different kinds of stuff. Vigor
Okay.
is your health. The more
Yeah.
vigor you have, the more HP you're going to get. 50 is a really good solid number to dealing with a lot of later game bullshit. Mind is the amount of FP you have, basically your mana bar. I have a lot stacked into it because I am running intelligence. Otherwise, if you don't use a whole lot of FP, there are actually ways to cheese it to help get you something like a high FP cost summon. So you don't have to sink a whole lot of FP if you're running like a strength dexterity. Oh my god, definitely Angel Beats. Yeah, the Sonic Blade from Angel Beats. It definitely has a lot of that vibe to it. I haven't thought about Angel Beats in fucking forever.
Yeah, I feel old just hearing about that.
Endurance is both your stamina as well as your equip load. Equip load is in the middle there. Mine is currently a 44 out of 76. Important thing about equip load is, I'll show it in a second, but you want to keep it where you're at a medium, or even if you have enough light load, you never want it to be heavy, because that affects your rolling speed, and rolling is how you avoid damage most of the time. Okay. So it's worth bumping it up to always make sure you're at both a decent equip load, but always in the medium range. There are also talismans to help out with that as well, if you don't have enough. Strength is damage done by strength weapons, obviously. Stuff like your colossal greatswords. If you take a look at a weapon, you'll see its scale with either strength, dexterity, intelligence, faith, or arcane. If you have a weapon that scales, for example, an S in strength, that means that it scales for every 1 point of strength you have, it does something like 5 points of damage extra. And then those drop from a 4 for an A 3 for a B, a 2 for a D, and then nothing for an F. Or no, it won't even have an F, it'll just be a blank. Okay. So if a weapon scales C for both strength and dexterity, that means you want to be leveling both strength and dexterity in even numbers. You never really want to go above 80. You'll keep getting it, but you get diminishing returns. This is kind of like what we were talking about with Chris last week on Dark Souls 3. So when you start dumping points into something, for up to 50, you get you get the highest return of value. So if you dump a level up point into strength, you'll get, say, a full 5 damage to your weapon, to your weapon attack. Once you hit 50 or higher, instead of giving that full 5, you may only get 2 or 3 points in. So it has a little bit of a diminishing return, but it's still worth dumping in. But then once you hit 80, you may need to dump 3 or 4 points in to get 1 point of attack up. So it becomes like you won't see a difference from level 80 to 85 at all until you get to 85. So general rule of thumb is once you hit 80, you want to stop dumping points into it. I know I have 82 in intelligence. That's because I'm trying to get rid of one of my talismans, and B, I'm going to be respecking at some point anyway. So things are going to get rearranged. But
what do you think you're respecing into?
If I do the whip build I want to do, I'm going to do primarily arcane with a little bit of dexterity, and nothing in intelligence. So intelligence is done for glint blade. There are a couple of different kinds of spells. There are spells, which are what I have, which are a lot of like, a lot of glint blade, offensive based sorcery. Faith has a lot of incantations, so there are a lot of more stuff that's like buff oriented. Or fire. Fire is a faith based. Most fire spells are faith based rather than intelligence. And arcane is what will scale bleed and dragon based magic.
Ooh.
We have not seen any of the dragon spells yet, but they are there. So right now, because I'm doing all of mine in, you know, I'm doing not really pyromancy, but more glint blade and moon based sorceries. I'm putting all mine into intelligence. If I wanted to do faith based stuff faith based stuff is faith actually has some really good stuff as well.
I've seen a couple of faith-based spells where, like, I know one of them is like, I don't know what this spell is even called, but it kind of just looks like your character grabs onto a lightning bolt and throws it at an enemy, and it looks awesome.
So yeah, there are a ton of there is no bad weapon in this game. For almost any weapon, there's a good build around it. So part of what I'm actually thinking of doing is once we kind of get to respec, I want people to come to me with builds that they found or weapons that they found and try and build, like even the Elden Ring, you know, the ring sword that we did that has the big flick. You can build around that and make that be your primary set.
You must be new here.
Damn, that's wild.
Well, just call me Dialos. The honor of one's house holds little import in these lands. By the way, have you met a young woman named Lanya on your travels? She's my servant, but fickle as the wind. Take your eyes off her for but a moment and she's good as gone. If you find her, please.
So, if I could kill this guy, I would, because he has the whip I want.
Oh.
But I don't know where he is. I won't encounter him in the field for some time.
Gotcha.
Now we're going to talk to my favorite character, one of my other favorite NPCs.
You're a new face. No matter. It's all the same.
Is this man literally covered in barnacles?
Your arms.
Yeah.
Let's get smithing. I see you've noticed the chains. Nothing special. I'm a prisoner and these are my chains. I'm trapped by the hold. I'm dying, smithing for you fools. That's all there is to it. No, don't read too much into it. I've no grudge against you. My being a prisoner is no fault of yours. Besides, I don't mind smithing. Despite my differences, the weapons get stronger all the same. Even time. Technique never fails. Besides, it helps me forget. The sheer terror of her.
So this man will upgrade anything we have. If we have the, as long as we have the right smithing stone for it.
Interesting, okay.
And we'll be seeing more of him. But right now, it's time for Daddy to get a to get his hug on.
Ah, yes.
And there's those there's the panties, which if you try and equip it, the game will fucking kill you. People hacked in.
I wasn't sure how to bring this up, but I'm glad you just went straight for it, Tom. Thank you.
People found that they gave her unique underwear, and they tried to hack the game in order to get their characters to wear it, and then FromSoft banned them from the game.
Do you think it's vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act. Ah, my thanks, great champion.
Hug time.
You think you could at least take off the hat for that?
Very warm.
I was about to say.
What you felt light up inside you
Though it is but a fleeting thing, I am afraid. Come back to me. Should you require another, I will take you in my arms as often as you need.
I just gave our character an STD, by the way.
Welp.
When you get the hug, you get a near permanent 5% reduction on your health.
Oh, damn.
There are ways to get rid of it temporarily. Also, this is the area where we can go if we want to change our name, change our body type, etc.
Nice. Dank memes.
I initially started as Dinky Donuts, and then changed, and I thought better of it. So, that's pretty much all that's open in the hold for now. As you can see, we're far away from everything.
Yeah. The round table hold is very far off from everything else.
So we're gonna go...
Oh, should we talk about the legend of Let Me Solo Her?
Oh, I will let you go for that while I try... So, normally, it's a bad idea to go in through the front gate.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna try something.
Dude. There's this dude right here. Alright, so while Tom is taking care of business, I shall regale chat with the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, that is the person you can summon in-game by the name of Let Me Solo Her. There is a boss much later on in the game who is incredibly difficult. I've seen people spend 9 hours in a single run, or like the majority of a weekend off and on trying to beat this one boss. She's very difficult. There's somebody you can summon, another player, like Tom described how to do earlier. His name is Let Me Solo Her. And true to his name, he is so good. Like, he will destroy this boss literally by himself, and all he's got is a pair of swords and a pot on his head.
So the interesting thing is that when you go to help someone fight a boss, it's actually tougher than fighting them normally, because much like Monster Hunter, which we're playing, by the way, for charity in a fucking week.
In May 9th, yep.
When you go and join someone to help them in a fight, the maximum health of the boss is actually increased.
It will go up, yes.
So he's not fighting the hardest boss in the game. He's fighting the hardest boss in the game scaled up for 3 people.
Yep.
And now you get to see why I hate ballistas.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, I forgot they explode, too. Ew.
For the record, if I wasn't so fucking beefed out on 50 vigor, I would be dead by now.
I was about to say, you should have been dead long ago, dude.
I would have died from the first hit. I should not be alive right now.
This area. Oh, Jesus.
I'm doing a bit of a dum-dum right now. Double dum-dum because I think I went in the wrong fucking room.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. It's okay. They killed themselves. See you later, Schmedrick. Thank you for stopping by.
Yep.
There they are. There's the fucking birds with the swords on their talons. Jesus Christ.
So yeah, worse than the dogs with the bees that when they bark they shoot bees at you.
The what now? I'm sorry?
Oh, that's a Simpsons thing.
Oh, okay. I thought that was an actual thing in the game. You had me very confused for a moment, Tom. Oh my God, I forgot there was a giant back here.
Yep. I'm very close to a bonfire though. Fucking, I'm healing.
Roll for your life.
because I know Amanda requested that we take care of one Godric the Grafted, and
There we go.
we literally just skipped all of Stormvale Castle by running in through the front gate and being stupid.
But it's fine. It's fine. We face tanked everything. We're Gucci.
There is one person I do want to talk to, though. Even if I don't need help, I want her... We do have one person who wants to help us in killing Godric the Grafted. And she's hiding in here.
You were a fine warrior. My only mistake was your trust in master. Let the runes lift you to a higher place. Well, who do we have here?
The giant literally can't get in.
Clearly not one of Godric's lot.
Nice.
I am Nefeli Lu, tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is. This grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds. If you I ask you call up the winds run from certain father would permit me aid the fight.
Which is exactly what we're gonna do.
Down, whatever.
I'm gonna teleport into the secluded cell. And her sign should be right by... So even if we're not using a fur-calling finger, we can still summon NPC aid.
Nice.
And we want her to help.
Oh, there's Amanda. Amanda's
Yes,
very
okay.
excited for this.
Mighty dragon, thou'rt a true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred.
Or did you just kill that dragon? That is very rude.
Greater heights.
How dare you?
My favorite thing about him is he is the weakest of all of Marika's children. And literally him grafting warriors' arms to him is a way of him trying to make up for the fact that he has the lowest power innately.
Plain as a lord. I command thee.
So he is literally plain as a lord that he does not have the right.
All that is golden.
He is a pure faker and trying to go quantity over quality.
Jesus Christ.
And the only reason why we don't notice is because we're fucking low level by the time we fight him for the first time. I command thee, kneel!
Stab.
Bitch!
Stab.
So once he hits 50%... Aw.
Just cut your own arm off.
Truest of dragons. Lend me thy strength.
What?
Like I said, this is the Revengeance run.
Oh.
Because I'm on New Game Plus. I'm gonna make all these bosses, even though they are tougher than they were in their original one, I am more powerful than them.
So he just literally took control of a dragon head, sir. How dare you?
Yep. And all you have to do to stop him is just run behind him.
Sir, that is rude.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab him in the butthole.
Yeah. Goodbye, Godric. Amanda, I hope that was very cathartic for you.
To our home, bathed in rays.
We kick his ass and then we show him the butthole. Didn't even give us enough to level up one.
Oh, you bastard.
And if we go over here,
What a pathetic excuse for a lord you were. Craven to the bone. Pushing me about like that. And after all that grafting, where did that get you? Look down on me, would ya?
Yeah, you tell him, buddy.
Filthy slug.
Stick it to the man. Yeah.
Feel my bloody wrath. Hello there. This
I love this dude already.
I don't, because if you die at any point during this dungeon, he'll steal your runes.
to you.
Oh.
He's
Well,
a
then fuck this
bastard.
dude, then.
He's a bastard,
Well,
but
then-
it's good to see him get a little bit of revenge.
An ugly heart, an uglier countenance, and met the ugliest of ends, eh?
He also sells stuff.
Oh, interesting.
If you come later on in the game, you can actually get something very good from him, but he won't sell it until like very late in the game.
Amanda's like, I feel him deep in my core.
And with that, we can then proceed on to all of Lemuria. But now comes the hard part: is how we're gonna do because there's still a whole lot of the castle we obviously did not.
There's a
see.
whole bunch. Yeah, because you just ran through that first area.
Yeah.
I want to put into perspective what Tom has done tonight. Everything Tom did in the last 3 hours and 15 some odd minutes, I've seen other streamers do in like 10 hours or like 2 6-hour streams. So
Yeah.
Tom speed ran most of this area. I only watched Chris play this and it drove you bonkers. She's infinitely more patient than me. Aw.
I'm trying to think of like where patience meets like barely contained rage.
Oh, I'm familiar with that line. I've worked in the food industry. I know.
Oh, I know what I can show off. So, here I can show this before we end for tonight. So, if you come from this bonfire, which is the left side chamber, you can come over here where there's a guy hanging out with a little a little thing on him.
Oh.
If you
Oh.
fall, you'll have to you'll take some fall damage, but
Let's say, yeah.
worth it. You want to get stuff like
this
smithing
area.
stones. Jump to there. Jump to there. Deal with a little bit of a rat problem.
Ants.
Now you may be saying, why are you going full out for, why are you going full for just dealing with these rats? I'm not worried about these rats. I'm worried about that rat.
Big rat. There was a big rat there.
You go. Hug this area over here.
I definitely still want to play Elden Ring myself. I know I've seen basically like 99% of the game already, but like that's not gonna stop me. I still want to play this game. Oh! Fucking A, this thing! This nightmare monstrosity.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell Miyazaki designed this thing. Holy shit.
This is the hidden boss of the castle.
I like how you say hidden boss and it only has a normal enemy health bar.
Yeah. It'll drop a golden seed when you kill it.
Nice.
So that is an enemy that has actually been in a lot of FromSoft games. Just never with the name or health bar. It's just been in background. And with this, they actually made him an enemy.
So
And
that is a
this
giant
thing.
head. What the fuck?
Yeah. We get to see the bloodstain of a sage who got death blighted.
Oh, Death Blight. Ew.
That will come into play later on.
I've seen what Death Blight does. It's awful.
So yeah, as soon as I find a grace wheel, save, and I can show off the rest of what the actual route through the castle would look like, as well as stuff in the peninsula the next time.
There's still so much to do.
Really, what I kind of want to do,
The surface.
what I want to do with this, because my initial intent was to come in with a different build and not tear through everything with the build I know I can rely upon, which is this one. And also because I am already in the middle of a long playthrough of 13 Sentinels, and we're doing Elden Ring early, primarily because Chris couldn't make it tonight.
Hope you feel better, Chris, by the way.
Yeah, Chris was busy hiking in the harsh swampy lands of the Palisades Mall.
The Palisades Mall.
Which, hey, fuck hiking. I'd rather be doing that too. So
that's fair. That's fair.
I think what we're gonna do for this is, on Tuesday we're either gonna be going back to 13 Sentinels, or I have an idea for another one-off that I might try and do instead. But we're probably not gonna come back to Elden Ring for
a little bit. Yeah.
I would, if I had my choice, I would like to try and finish 13 Sentinel. Or wait, we can actually fight the other mini boss in the area.
Oh Jesus, this thing! Oh God, that reminds me. Oh, that reminds me. The very well-known VTuber K-Son, she's like me. She's never played a Soulsbourne game before. She's jumping into Elden Ring completely blind, and when she first encountered this thing, she let off a screech of terror. I feel bad for laughing, but like, oh my God, it was so well timed.
Hey, it's a fucking terrifying little nightmare bastard. So yeah, that's our revenge. If we weren't in New Game Plus, that would be the revenge against the thing that killed you at the very start of the game.
Yup.
Hey, remember that girl who asked us to go talk to her friends and
Oh yeah.
these are all the bodies that get grafted into those spider
Ah.
things.
Ah. Well
Actually, what we can do is let's travel to the Stormhill Shack, tell her what her friends are up to, and then we can call it for tonight. But yeah,
by the way, your friends are dead.
likely we'll be continuing this probably once we are done with 13 Sentinels. That will also give me a chance to kind of plan out options for us for meme routes. And then we will go unlock the ability to respec, and then from there, I want to finish the game with the route that you all want me to go through.
What's this? A keepsake?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
From my men. Oh, I can't.
I will be right back. Give me 1 second.
All right.
They all thought I'd make something for myself, me, who can't do anything. I think I'll head to the round table hold. Perhaps I'll find my purpose there. Perhaps I'll find my...
Oh, and of course, once you've gotten more stuff like Sacred Tears, or those Golden Seeds, you can use that to increase the amount of charges on your flask, or the amount of health and MP they restore. And much like Dark Souls, if you want to focus all on health and none on FP, you can do that. Me, I like to have a nice 11-3 allocation change. Also, really small, if people want to have any alterations to any of their garments, some of them actually do let you change some stuff in them. Like, for example, Blade's armor can have the fur coat removed and be just armor. I don't know why you'd want to do that. The fur is the best part of that, but you could.
Yeah, right. Also, I'm back. Sorry about that. I know we're ending soon, but I had the low battery warning sound play for my wireless headphones, so I'm like, let me grab my cable.
Good call on that one. All right. So in this case, we're gonna end this part of our journey here for the moment. Let's take it back to just talking.
Well,
all right.
I'm sure Tom will come back to Elden Ring soon when we've got more of a direction that we want to take the run. I guess would probably be the best way to describe that.
This was really an introduction. As much as I'd love to do just a Revengeance run, I do want to swap out my build, try something new, if possible. There we go. So in any case, I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. This was a lot of fun. Haven't done a Sunday in what feels like forever, unless it was D&D related or So that was a lot of fun. This week, Chef's gonna be taking it tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow. We're gonna put, like I said, we're gonna be swapping a little bit because May 9th, by the way, big reminder, and also keep an eye out this week because I do have a video planned. But May 9th, as a reminder, is our big charity event with the American Cancer Society and Soft Giving, which is Brandon's company. Like, he's literally co-owner of Soft Giving, which is fucking awesome. And he reached out to us specifically. He's like, hey, are there any English VTubers who want to collaborate and do something for charity? And we were like, wait, we have a VTuber. That's me. Hi.
We sure do.
So May 9th, 8 p.m. It's our big charity event for the American Cancer Society. And Brandon literally just gave me a list of charities. He's like, pick one and we'll make it work. And the second I saw the American Cancer Society, I'm like, that's the one. That's the one I have to.
Nice.
I have to, because I lost my grandfather many years ago when I was still young to lung cancer. And so just as a personal note, whenever I get the chance, I always make it a point to donate something, anything to the American Cancer Society in his name. Because I literally share his name, so
Aw.
yeah.
I'm
That's
the same way. I'm named after Thomas Clark and Mario Fulgioni, so Thomas Mario Fulgioni.
It's weird and it's a little scary because when my dad tells me all the time, you know, it's like, you not only share your grandfather's name, you share his birthday?
Wow.
So it's just like, wow, all right. No pressure, huh?
Damn.
Yeah, but next week, 8 p.m., we are going to be doing our big charity event. It's going to be Monster Rancher themed, and we do have a bit of a challenge for us. First of all, most importantly, we do have a fourth. It's going to be me, Tom, Trevor, and the lance the lance wielder herself, Carrie, will be joining us again.
Also, because it is indeed May, and NSYNC is therefore in the middle of the solar eclipse, Carrie, who is a Lance Bass fan, is currently going to be empowered by the Lance, double Lance, Lance main, powered by the Lance. So,
Lance action, lots of Lance action.
We're gonna get some Lance on Lance
great.
on Lance on Lance.
And I will explain this also in an upcoming video in a series of tweets later this week on Snark Twitter. But we do have some goals set for us in this Monster Hunter challenge run, I guess you want to call it. Anytime one of us carts, we gotta throw $10 towards American Cancer Society.
Mm-hmm. We have to pay the tax on our shoes being fucking jank.
Yeah, because our shoes are raggedy, so it's our raggedy shoe tax. However, if we complete if all of us cart, that's $20. If we fail a hunt, that's $30. However, if we manage to get through a hunt with none of us carting at all, $50.
Mm-hmm.
So call it the Monster Hunter Challenge Run, because we're gonna hunt down cancer and kick its ass. That's why.
Super excited for it.
I'm very excited, and shout out again to Brandon and Soft Giving for reaching out. I know he didn't reach out to us specifically, but just for reaching out in general and responding to us. I'm very excited that he did that.
Oh, he was also very receptive, just talking to us in general at PAX East, which was a lot of fun.
That's right. Yeah, he did mention. He's just like, yeah, I met one of you at PAX. I'm like, yes, you met Tom. You met Bear Pigman. And just in general for this week, tomorrow, again, no Kirby, but we will be going back to Kirby at some point, because it's like I've got 2 games now that I have to run through post-game content for. That's Kirby in the Forgotten Land and Pokemon Legends Arceus. We're going to be going back to the Hisui region tomorrow for more Pokemon shenanigans.
Hey.
Yeah, because now that we're in the post-game, hey, guess what? You know how Pokemon could swarm before? Well, now there's alpha swarms. I'm fucking terrified.
So we got Pokemon on Monday. I have a couple of ideas for Tuesday, but we're gonna see. It's either gonna be more Elden Ring, more 13 Sentinels, or likely a one-off. As well as Trevor might do another variety night. We will see on Wednesday. And if Ray gets back from Portland, we might have the DLC for Lost Judgment. So it's gonna be a fun week.
Fingers crossed, he should be coming home tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard he got some shit with the airport. Fuck airports.
Airlines are terrible. Airlines are terrible.
So I think he should be arriving tomorrow, but we're hoping. We're hoping and praying.
Yep.
In any case, for today, because we have going from Elden Ring